America you once knew is dead. Forget everything you thought you knew. You have been lied to. Used. Turned into a machine whose only use is repeating political talking points that do not serve you. Voting for politicians that don't care about you and promoting division in a nation that needs unity. America is an empire, and like all other empires, it rose and inevitably will fall. Most people assume America will last forever, but there is no evidence to support that thought. There is evidence to show that the chance of us surviving is a lot slimmer than the chance of us existing for another 250 years. Your mind is broken. Andrew Tate famously said when asked about the easiest way to accomplish physical goals. He said this to convey the truth that anything that is valuable is difficult to achieve, but worth it. The mind of America is broken. The older generations have turned selfish, the younger generations feel contempt, the middle generations are lost, and the middle class has disappeared. $100,000 a year was once a respectable salary, a goal for most. Now it is not enough to qualify for a mortgage. Boomers have made home prices so unaffordable that Gen Z has stopped even thinking about it as an obtainable goal. Blackstone and other private equity companies have been investing in the single-family home market for years now, and we are starting to see the impacts of this in our country. Rents and mortgages have skyrocketed, which has halted home sales. The actions of the boomers and the private equity companies has left an entire generation behind. Older generations don't understand our generation at all. They think we don't work and don't study like them because we are lazy, when in reality our school systems are harder and less rewarding than ever before, and working accomplishes nothing more than survival for most. My grandfather bought his first house for the equivalent of 10 chickens. He worked barely minimum wage and was able to provide for himself, my grandmother, and 3 children. Over time, he made more and became more successful, but his path to success would be impossible in today's day and age. If you worked minimum wage today for 40 hours a week, that would be $290 a week before tax, $1160 a month, or a little less than $14,000 a year. If that was your salary today, you would be homeless and relying on government benefits to survive. If you save 20% of each paycheck to save for a home, it would take you over 10 years to save up for a down payment, and you wouldn't even get accepted for a mortgage. The idea of owning a home and raising a family in it is the real American dream, and it is dead. Your average high schooler will be told 1,000 times before graduation that if they do not get into a good college and get good grades, that their life will be impossible. We send our youth to universities across America, and the kids who choose to not go seem to be far ahead of the students in life. There are about 5 college majors that are worth it and have a solid return on your investment. And when you look at the most popular college majors, they are some of the least profitable majors with little to no job opportunities. Another stat is that over 50% of people end up getting a job in a field they didn't even study for. So people are taking out student loans with incredibly high interest rates to end up not even using their degrees. 90% of the degrees are essentially worthless, and with the looming threat of AI, robotics, and labor shortages, the other 10% could be on the chopping block soon. This is our reality. We are a generation completely left behind, stripped of our futures before they even start, forced to work to survive but never thrive. The boomer mind cannot comprehend why our minds are the way they are. They can't understand why we feel contempt. They grew up in a world where you meet someone in your town, married them, bought a home, and started a family. For us, we try and meet girls on dating apps and social media, but unless you're 6'5" or crypto rich, you're probably not dating much, because social media and access to dating worldwide has ruined it for everybody. Your average man stands little to no chance. How does an average office worker who goes to his local bar on the weekends compete with Saudi oil kings and offers to fly girls out to yachts every month in Miami? He doesn't stand a chance, and even if he does find a woman, most men I know have completely given up on the idea of finding a wife because dating has just become a humiliation ritual for them. Women want men to act like men but refuse to act like women. They expect a man to lead but are unwilling to follow. We live in the most sexualized generation to ever live. Kids are first seeing pornography at about 10 years old and having sex by 14. Women are taught that modesty is prison and sexual promiscuity is freedom. The feminist movement created figures like Bonnie Blue and started the rise in OnlyFans. And a woman will try and gaslight a man into thinking her posting her bare ass cheeks on Instagram is normal. This has made dating a humiliation ritual. Women once respected themselves, but now they choose to keep their private parts in public. Women now sexualize themselves for money and complain about how sexualized they are. Women are a massive part of the problem. The female mind was not meant to lead. females are trying to girl boss their way through life instead of finding a man to lead, protect, and provide. This has led to the collapse of marriage and birth rates. Men don't want to settle. Being a woman is easy. You have value just for existing. Even a fat woman will get attention from black guys. Most men don't have that. You need to earn your value as a man through work and determination. And no man of value wants to settle for some girl boss who has had sex with over a dozen guys she doesn't even know. For men, you work and save with the idea of having what your ancestors had before you, only to realize that it is not an obtainable goal anymore. You won't find a woman like your grandma because they don't exist anymore. Your grandma was taught recipes and modesty by her mother. Your girlfriend was taught how to cheat and not get caught by call her daddy. The generational divide is incomprehensible for older generations. They assume things are more or less similar to how they experience it and don't care to learn about the challenges our generation has faced. If you are a 26-year-old like me, you have been alive for 9/11, the housing crash, the Patriot Act, COVID, war on terror, rise in social media, AI, processed foods, rise in microplastic use, school shootings multiple times a year, and cancel culture. This is a difficult stretch of time to grow up in and still have faith in the country. My generation has been put under a microscope. Every action you take is recorded forever. Our devices track us, the companies sell the data, and our private lives have become all too public. Little about your mind is organic like previous generations. Our mind are altered by subliminal messaging, pushed propaganda one TikTok at a time. The reason you think the way you do is the outcome of thousands of hours of social conditioning from social media algorithms designed to turn you into a slave to the system. Vote Democrat, vote Republican, no kings, abortion is healthcare. This is the mind of a slave, the mind of someone without the ability to create thoughts for themselves. When you lose the ability to think for yourself, that is the start of your own demise. Free your mind, create the realities they talk about, don't live in theirs. Don't be a slave to the system, hack it, manipulate it in your favor. We can't snap our fingers and change the world we live in, but we can take control of it, dismantle it, and create a system that fights for us, not for them. Be proud to be white. The American education system is a joke. It's no longer education, it is indoctrination. We send our kids to schools to become mindless zombies, compliant in a system that doesn't even like them. You are taught about the Holocaust and slavery, followed by the KKK and Jim Crow, and everything is taught in a way to deter you from being proud of who you are, to stop you from understanding your ancestors, to halt a true educational journey to persuade you to pursue an interest in a narrative that inevitably leads to your own demise. We grew up in an era of Black Lives Matter and reparations. White lives have been treated like villains in the society that we built, told their voices are less than, silenced, mocked, and shamed. But this is exactly what the school system set up from the start. They taught you that if you are white and proud, you will inevitably become a Nazi or a Klansman. They taught you that every culture is beautiful and has things to offer, but when they talk about white culture, it is colonialism, rape, and school shootings. If you are white, your application is put on the bottom for jobs and for colleges. You automatically have white privilege no matter your real circumstances. Want to know the best part of it all? White women have been some of the biggest voices behind attempting to silence white men and promoting multiculturalism. Instead of white women being proud of their heritage, they mock it. They feel ashamed. The female mind is an emotional labyrinth. It's a maze no one has figured out how to navigate, but the volatility of emotions has led to depression, self-hate, and cultural self-rejection. We live in a period of time with the most oppressed group of women to ever exist. Over 50% of women under 30 are on some form of antidepressant medication, altering their minds and critical thinking skills, dulling their emotions, turning them into mindless bastards. What's the best way to convince an entire race that they should not be proud of who they are and they should celebrate the idea of their own race going extinct? Get everyone jacked up on antidepressants and take away their ability to think for themselves. This is exactly what has happened to us. We've been enslaved. White women vote for the policies that expedite white replacement in America and refuse to procreate with anyone that can't convince to join their cause. The pussy-deprived men will join the woman's fight in creating their own destruction. It's like the creation of artificial intelligence. We as humans created something that will destroy us all inevitably. White women have created and promoted a cause that supports their own demise, and they do it all under the disguise of inclusivity, positivity, and emotions. Kanye West had his entire life ruined over statements he made using his First Amendment rights. He became critical of Jewish supremacists and the Black Lives Matter movement. One famous picture everyone has seen is the picture of Candace Owens and Kanye West wearing White Lives Matter shirts. The statement caused chaos, confusion, and retribution within the media. Famous radio hosts like Charlemagne at The Breakfast Club said in a radio segment, "A statement like White Lives Matter should never be tolerated, and any statement about which lives matter that doesn't include black people is a direct act of prejudice and racism." He condemned Kanye West and Candace Owens. Following this, multiple other media outlets targeted these individuals, and it got to the point where both were receiving death threats and hate mail daily. Two black people caused an international incident because they both wore a shirt that said White Lives Matter. If a white man wears a Black Lives Matter shirt, they are considered a hero to half the population, a brave warrior in a long fight against the racist, oppressive white man. But when a black man and woman wear a White Lives Matter shirt with the intention of spreading unity, they are vilified, demonetized, and cast aside in society. Growing up as a white man, you were taught that all of America's culture has been stolen, and white people never had a culture. White culture is colonialism, slavery, and racism. I was once told by a teacher of mine, instead of talking about the true white culture that exists in every corner of the earth you look. When was the last time you looked at art? Not garbage modern art like paint splattering on a canvas, but true art. The Sistine Chapel, Dali, the Mona Lisa, A Starry Night. That is white culture. That is white excellence. Every time you see a play or a beautiful story in a movie, that was inspired by Shakespeare. That is white culture. Elvis, the Beatles, Van Gogh, Da Vinci, Shakespeare, Beethoven, Isaac Newton, the list goes on. This is the blood that courses through your veins. This is the scale to which you can achieve but are told you shouldn't. White culture accepts nothing less than excellence. White culture is the driving force in world history. We built nations, conquered worlds, and influenced and determined the course of world history. The ideas of the past that so easily propagandized our ancestors failed to resonate with us. America, we are back, baby. Welcome to another episode of America Unfiltered. Glad to be back with you guys here today on Thursday. Hope you guys are having a great day so far. Hope you guys are enjoying it. Got a few different things to talk about today. Gonna be a great show. A lot of different things to get into. As you guys may have seen in the headline, we had the ceasefire completely collapse today. Donald Trump is claiming that it has not. But the actions of the United States, Israel, and Iran are looking to point to a total collapse in the ceasefire. We'll be talking about that today. I also have some other smaller topics I want to get to. We do have two featured stories today. So along with the ceasefire collapsing, this one, at scale, it's not really as big. But to me personally, I love it. I'm a big UFC fan. And I think Sean Strickland, the UFC fighter fighting this weekend, truly represents America in a lot of ways, or at least free speech in America. And Sean Strickland had his press conference today versus the terrorist Khamzat Chimaev. And I am predicting that Sean Strickland is going to beat the fuck out of Khamzat Chimaev. He's going to destroy this ugly, retarded terrorist. I'm very excited for this to happen on Saturday night. But the press conference today did not disappoint. And we will be watching that today at the end of the show after we discuss the ceasefire that has collapsed between the United States, Israel, and Iran. Oh, it's been a long day, though. It's been a good day. Hope you guys are enjoying it. And again, if you missed yesterday's show, I finally shaved the beard. I don't know why. I kind of regret it now, but it happened. We're here. No beard now, sadly. I kind of miss it, but I don't know. Some of the viewers said it looked good, so I don't know. Now I'm in between. Getting the compliments with it definitely helps a bit. I'm not going to lie. Stroking the ego a bit there. But like I said, we do have some good stuff to talk about. We got some small topics. We got some big topics. I do want to also give some updates on this hantavirus that we were talking about yesterday. That was our featured story yesterday. We have some small updates today. And to be honest, they're not good. I'm not going to fearmonger at all. I'm not going to stretch or extend the truth. I'm not going to try and make anybody worried. But it seems like the initial reporting we got yesterday was slightly either fabricated or they only told a partial truth at the very least. But it seems like today we have a little bit more information on the subject. And like I said, we're going to go into that. I also want to go into some stuff the United States is talking about that could possibly happen tomorrow. Again, we talked about it yesterday, but It looks like they might be releasing the UFO information tomorrow. Kind of weird timing, but I don't know. I'm excited to see what's there. It's not like the thing I'm most focused on. It's not something that's crazy important to me, if I'm being honest, but it is interesting. I mean, if we're going to get alien files, I mean, who's going to say that that's not interesting? You'd have to be kind of a fucking idiot. I think it's going to be interesting. I'm curious what's going to be there. You know, what I'm curious about is these alien hybrid breeding programs more than anything. You know, there are going to be a lot of people who are really interested in, like, oh, the light speed travel. They're going to be interested in, you know, do they breathe oxygen? Like, what stuff like that. I'm interested in the alien human hybrid breeding program that was kind of teased to the public just a few weeks ago, because that is absolutely fucking disgusting. That's actually insane. It's grotesque. It's immoral. It's got to be sinful, right? I mean, I don't know. I don't remember a verse about that, or I haven't asked my priest about, you know, what the morality is of humans fucking aliens. But I don't think that we could all say it's probably sinful, right? It's probably sinful to have premarital relations with an alien. I would assume. Oh, JT, thank you, buddy. Let's go. JT with the one gifted on kick. Thank you so much, JT. Let's go. You are the man, JT. Yeah, J2 hop in. Remember when we nuked Japan the second time in order for them to get in line? Maybe if we send Israel back to Egypt for a few thousand years, they'll act right. If you ever shave again, I'm filing a lawsuit of crimes against humanity. Yeah. Dude, I went from looking like one of the guys who was on the Epstein Island to looking like one of the kids who was on Epstein Island after I shaved. Huge aura loss, to be honest. I don't know. I got some all the female viewers like reached out and they're like, you know what? I love it. And then the male viewers are like, you're gay. And I'm like, yeah. You might be right. You might be right. Someone said bestiality if aliens count as animals. But I don't know if they would count as animals. They wouldn't count as humans, but probably not animals. Like they're we have to think about this realistically. Like, if aliens are traveling from, you know, light years away to get to us, they have to be more advanced than us. So at a point, you'd have to think it's kind of like when a human, like a regular, like if I was to go like fuck a girl with Down syndrome, like I think that's, I don't know, is that legal? I feel weird looking this up, but we gotta fact check it. I can't say something that I don't know for sure. I'm all about honesty on the show. Let's see. Can I legally, as a 136 IQ man, have sex with a girl with Down syndrome? Not that I would do it, but I'm trying to just make the comparison of that's... Yes, it can be legal. Wow. With intellectual disability like that, to have consensual sexual relationship. But the key legal issue is capacity to consent. So they have to understand what sex is, understand risks. They can say yes or no freely. That kind of ruins it. No, I'm kidding. Is not being manipulated, pressured, or exploited. See, I feel weird looking that up, but I'm glad I did, because I was going to make the comparison that it's like fucking a girl with Down syndrome, because like they're like, you know, not that they're lesser than, but they're not as smart. But apparently it's legal. So apparently that's, I don't know. Maybe it's still the same comparison. I don't know. But that would be my comparison. If I had to compare it to anything, alien hybrid breeding programs are like, you know, like a 120 plus IQ person fucking a girl with Down syndrome. Like, that's probably the reasonable compare. I don't know. Maybe not. Maybe I'm an idiot, but feels reasonable to me at least, right? I don't know what you guys think. I feel like I sound crazy saying this, actually. But let's go in. What else did we have? The Democrats did something cool, actually. You know, we give props where it's due when the Democrats do something we like. A bunch of Democrats in Congress, they got together, they put together a letter they wrote to Marco Rubio asking him to make a statement about what Israel's nuclear capabilities are. They said, we cannot just not know. We are unable to draw up plans for the Middle East or draw up war plans or support the president's actions in the Middle East if we don't even know the full scale of like what the nuclear situation is in that area. And if you guys don't know, I've talked about this on the show before and we'll go into it a little later, but Israel's never outright admitted they have nukes, or they haven't actually really admitted it. You've had little instances of people who make slip-ups, you know, in a court statement or in a media statement, but you've never had the Israeli Knesset or the prime minister or even the president of Israel come out and say, yes, we are a nuclear superpower. We are a nuclear country. They hide that fact. And that is something that I've never been okay with, especially if you've understood the Samson option, which is basically Israel saying that if they ever feel threatened enough by their allies or by anybody else, they will just release nukes all around the world. Pretty much like, if they realize that they're going to get destroyed, they're just going to kill everybody else with them. So very sadistic, very fucked up. And I have not only never supported Israel having nukes, but the fact that we don't even hold them accountable to admit to the world that they have them or sign on to the nuclear treaties that we have with other countries. Like I said, the only countries who aren't signed on are India, Pakistan, North Korea, and Israel. And I actually think Pakistan does have, I don't know if they have a deal with the United States. I think they do have a deal with, who is it? Saudi, maybe? Off the top of my head, I can't remember it, but to my knowledge, Pakistan actually might have a nuclear treaty with somebody, just might not be with the United States. So that's an interesting thing there as well. Another thing as well, the Jeffrey Epstein suicide note finally came out. Guys, they weren't lying to us ever. It only took them 5 years to release a suicide note they had this entire time. No. Do they expect anyone to actually believe this suicide note? Do they actually expect anybody to believe that Jeffrey Epstein killed himself and that... How many years later is it? What it's 2026 now? Six years later? He died in 2019, I think. 2019 he died. Yeah, so 6 years later, 7 years later. Sorry, I'm retarded. I can't do math. 7 years later, they think that we just believe them when they give us a suicide note. J2, let's go. Thank you. Thank you. Truly appreciate it. God bless you guys. God bless you. God bless JT. Thank you guys so much. Much appreciated. But yeah, so they think we're fucking retarded in our government. They think they could just treat us like they treated the boomers. They told the boomers anything and they just believed it. And why wouldn't they? They were able to buy houses, find women who weren't sluts. They could afford cars. They could afford to go to college for peanuts. Everything was affordable. Wages were reasonable. Life was easy back then. Now you live in the big 26. Everything's shit now. Student loans are raping you. House prices are raping you. Car loans are raping you. The government's raping you. Jeffrey Epstein's raping you. I mean, you're just getting raped on all angles. It's... Being alive in the big 26 as a Gen Z young man is, it's an uphill battle. I mean, when they used to say, oh, I used to walk uphill to school both ways, it's like, okay, fuckface. Well, try paying a fucking 27% APR student loan. Kill yourself. Like, fuck you. You used to walk uphill to school both ways? Okay, fuckface. Try paying $500 for a textbook that your teacher will only ask you to open once during the entire semester, but if you don't have it, you automatically get an F. That's fucking hard. Like, they want to bitch and moan. Oh, it's so much harder back in the day. You have the internet now. Okay, yeah, and they've adjusted the course to make it more difficult because of the internet, you fucking retard. Holy shit. And also, like, if you wrote a paper back in the day, how would they even know you were wrong? Unless they, like, knew the information off the top of their heads, teachers would just be like, oh, yeah, you did it. Okay, here's a fucking B or an A or a C. Like, now, teachers, like, they'll take your essay, they'll put it through, like, Claude and ChatGPT, and they'll be like, fact check this, and then you're fucked. You're just utterly fucked. It's just bullshit. Everything's bullshit. Everything sucks. No, it doesn't. That's super black thing. There's a lot of good things. Sean Strickland's gonna beat the fuck out of Kamzat this weekend. What else is good? What else is good? That might be it. That might be it, actually. But that's enough to keep me going at the very least. I don't know about you guys, but that's... Actually, you know what else is good? Velos. I'm not even sponsored by them, but they should give me a sponsorship. Fucking love these things. I usually put one in before the show. I actually forgot today. Strickland gonna kill Kamzat? Oh, fuck yeah. He's going to beat the fuck out of Kamzat. He might have still wrote it, LMAO, just a few days ago, though. The teacher wrote the book, too. He didn't write that note. It's like, if you've seen Jeffrey Epstein's handwriting, and then you see the suicide note, it's like two completely different writings. I couldn't even, like, I can read script, I can read chicken scratch, I can read all the shit writing that exists. I can't even read this suicide note. I'm gonna be honest, I can't even fucking fully read it. It's that bad. And his handwriting, like, it's not great, but it's not that bad. Like, I've seen it. I've seen multiple letters Jeffrey Epstein wrote, because I spent hours on the show going through each and every individual Epstein file. If you guys remember, we went through every single Epstein file on this show. It was one of our longest streams we ever did. We did it the day they came out. It was fucking exhausting. I was crashing out the entire time. There was some weird images for sure, but we saw his handwriting, and I remember criticizing his handwriting that night, and then I remember reading the suicide note and being like, this isn't it. JT goes, we hit a 3-team parlay yesterday. Fuck yeah, we did. Dude, my parlay sold immediately that I played. I placed a nice 9-leg parlay yesterday, $2 to win 2,800, 2,500, I forget, 24, 25, 2,800, something like that. Immediately, the 76ers sold. I placed the bet before Embiid was out for the game, so that was a little bit of a thing there. But then I replaced it right after with all the other legs, minus the Sixers after they lost. Spurs cashed. So we're on for it. We need the Cavs and Lakers tonight. Cavs and Lakers. That would be sick. That would be awesome if we could have that. But here we go. Let's get into the actual show. We're already 13 minutes into the show. Holy shit. Holy ramble. Holy yap. Okay, let's get into the show because at the end, we're going to watch the entire... Well, not the entire press conference. Probably going to skip like a minute of it when the two undercard fighters are going back because that's not even interesting. We want to see Strickland and Khamzat. That's all I give a fuck about. We're going to go into the actual show. And before we do, I do want to say this. I'm not a personal fan of Caroline Leavitt. I know most of my viewers probably are not, even though there might be some out there. But I will say, I want everybody to say a prayer for her husband, and her newborn baby, baby girl. This is awesome. It's awesome to just have more babies in this world. It's awesome that people are giving birth. It's awesome that we are having people who are in some form of like a leadership role or like a public role that are, talking about the nuclear family and talking about how beautiful it is to have kids. So, with all my personal disagreements with Caroline Leavitt. For the moment, we're putting all that aside. God bless you. God bless your family. God bless your new baby. I wish you nothing but the best with your family, your baby. I hope for a happy, healthy life for them. That it is truly beautiful, and it's awesome. And as somebody who wants to be a dad one day, it's awesome to see. So I love that. And like I said, I disagree with her, but, we could put that aside to congratulate her on the birth of her beautiful baby girl. It is just, it's awesome. So let's get into the actual news, though. The first thing I'm going to show you is fucking crazy. I'm going to say that at the start. And I'm not going to turn into ultra conspiracy nutjob douchebag here. Maybe a little bit, but not really. But I was scrolling the timeline today on X as normal, and I saw a tweet, and I was like, what the fuck? Like, that's weird. And then I looked at the date of the tweet, and I was like, whoa. What the fuck is going on? So I'm going to show you guys this tweet. Read the tweet first if you can. Don't pay attention to the date. And then read the date immediately after following the tweet. It's going to be hard to do that now that I've said the date. But overheard behind me while watching H5N1 NAS workshop today, you want to really make a pandemic? Make hantavirus human transmissible. And like we talked about yesterday, normally it's not. Through hundreds of strains it is not, but there's one single strain that is, and that is the strain that is affecting people right now. And then if you look at the actual date of this, May 1st, 2012. What the fuck? That is like one of the craziest things I've seen. 2012? He said he overheard. You really want to make a pandemic, make hantavirus human transmissible in 2012. That is crazy. Like, this is actually insane. Because I've speculated at the idea that there are, that these vaccine companies, and not only the vaccine companies, people like Bill Gates, the people like that, that they kind of push these diseases out there through some form. We even knew Bill Gates released, millions of mosquitoes in Florida, saying he wanted to, I don't even know, what were the mosquitoes? Off the top of my head, I'm drawing a blank on what they were for. Let me see. Bill Gates, mosquitoes, Florida. Let's see what those were. A company that released genetically modified mosquitoes in Florida Keys starting in 2021 to reduce populations of the disease-carrying insect. But that's what I'm saying. Like, when you genetically alter insects and then you release, millions of them into different states and regions, it's like, I don't know, maybe that's going to have some weird effects that start things like I don't know, there's just... I'm not a scientist. I don't know if the science behind that. For all I know, that's safe. But I would imagine, as just a common sense skeptical American, releasing millions of GMO mosquitoes is probably not good. Probably not. I'd have to say that's probably bad. That's probably not a good thing. But that's just me. That's just me, though. That's just my common sense. But yeah, I saw that and I was like, okay, that's fucking insane. And then I saw this, and I was like, okay, maybe we could celebrate. No, I'm kidding. As much as I dislike the country of Israel, again, we don't wish death upon anybody. I make that clear all the time. I don't wish death upon anybody. That's one of the reasons I want the slave camps. People think it's crazy, but I think it's more humane to put prisoners as slaves than to kill them. You know, you're taking away their life versus just like making them pay off their debt through work to society. I think mine's actually a lot more reasonable. But I don't wish death on anybody. And I don't want this to spread. And there's a lot of people who travel Israel to America. There's a lot, a lot of travel. This isn't a good thing. So we can make jokes, blah, blah, blah. It's hilarious. Israel has this hantavirus case. It comes from rats. Israelis are rat. We can make the jokes. We can laugh about it. But at the same time, it is like a little bit of a nerve-wracking thing that this is spreading. This started with the statement from the World Health Organization and started with the statements we got from the media about the cruise, where they said 23 passengers got off and went to all different corners of the world in major countries. None of them went to Israel that we know of, so somebody must have got off and traveled there. We saw somebody took a plane to Africa. That's, they're contact tracing that entire thing. They said one person went to America. That was a lie, because we got an update today. In 5 different states in America, 5 undisclosed states, they have not told us, so we do not know. In 5 undisclosed states in America, they are doing contract tracing and keeping watch on specific individuals throughout those 5 states. And we don't know if it's one person per those 5 states, if it's 5 people, or it could be like couples. I'm sure like whoever's there, their entire family's on some form of watch maybe. But I don't know. Again, I stand by the idea that we should have done one of 2 things. We should have just took the boat down, cruise missiled that fucker, just split that fucker down the middle, let it sink. And again, I'm sorry. It would have been bad, but it would have been better than what we're possibly going to deal with. I guess hindsight's 50-50. In a year, if we're dealing with a hantavirus pandemic, I'll be replaying that video on the show of me saying yesterday, let's put a cruise missile in this fucking ship right now. And then the second option would have been just to drop care packages on the ship like once a week, let them build their own civilization, and then just maybe drop some live show cameras on there and some like Starlink satellites and shit, and let them just do like a Big Brother type live show for the rest of time. Eventually they'll establish a leader. There'll be bitches. There'll be jails. There'll be, the whole works. It'll be like our own little experiment. Like that could be a science project. That could be its own, scientists and what are they called? Sociologists and, they've been psychologists. They've been begging for a situation like this to happen. You got hundreds of people from all around the world, all different backgrounds, all stranded on a boat while a disease is out fucking killing everybody. And scientists, they've been dreaming of the day we could drop cameras and supplies on that ship once a week and just see what the fuck happens. That's a reality show. That's a science experiment. That's all the above. Someone said Netanyahu, the person with hantavirus in your country, is 2 weeks away from a nuclear weapon. Benjamin Netanyahu, if you can hear me, the Israeli rat in your country with hantavirus is 2 weeks away from a nuclear weapon. It's still crazy that bitch got arrested for that joke. That's great. One day I'm going to be saying that joke on the show and I'm going to get like fucking door kicked in. They're going to be, you're under arrest for threats. It's like, whoa, I'm making a big Yahoo joke. Since when is that? I thought this was America. Apparently, we can't joke about the big Yahoo anymore. But we're going to keep going on with our show. That's the update on the hantavirus stuff. Like I said, there was over 40 people who got off the ship, not 23 as originally reported. And now, like I said, in 5 different states, they're tracing people throughout the United States with this. So we were told one person in the United States, not multiple people throughout 5. We've been lied to about this. Oh, Jerp, let's go. Thank you. Much appreciated.
Subscription on Kick.
Oof. I'm tired. I don't know what it is. I've been tired today. It's been a hot day. I've been fucking tired. But we're feeling good. We're going to go do the show still. We're still going to do the show. I just needed a second to sometimes when you're talking fast, talking a little loud, you just need to breathe for a second. But here we go. I saw this, and this was pretty crazy. And I guess it's something I kind of already knew. So I talk a lot about how fat Americans are and a lot of things like that. But I saw this today. The average height for a U.S. female is under 5'4". The average weight is about 170 pounds. And then just for, so you guys know what that looks like, that's about this right here. That's your average female in America right there. How disgusting is that? That's just crazy. I don't know what it is. I think I got a bad velo. That one just tasted weird. That's so odd. I got a weird I don't know if that broke open in my mouth or what that was. I just started getting a weird taste in my mouth as I was talking there. That was weird. Ugh. Ugh, gross. Maybe I'm going back to Zins. That was weird. No, probably not. I like Velos too much. But yeah, so this is what the average female looks like in America. And it's like, they're like, oh, why are marriage rates so low? It's like, okay, bitches are fat. Like, do you want me to marry one of these fat tortas? Do you want me to marry a torta? Sorry. No, I don't want to have to secretly pull a Bill Gates and, like, inject the Ozempic into my wife's dinner. I don't want to do that. Sadly, I'm not going to do that. You know, I just want a skinny bitch. Is that too much to ask for? Is that too much to ask for a skinny bitch? A skinny bitch with good morals? But this is the average weight of American women right now. This is actually insane. It's a huge problem. And I'd imagine black women are hurting this statistic a lot. Well, black women on average are like 185 pounds. Fucking terrible. But okay, we're going to keep moving on. Something else that's making other people unhealthy and something that I'm upset about. FDA has authorized fruit-flavored electronic cigarettes for adult smokers for the first time, marking a major policy shift following appeals from the vaping industry to President Trump. So what that means is the vaping companies cut him some money, a back-end deal of sorts. And now Donald Trump is allowing more flavored vapes to flood the market. And why this is a problem is these end up in the hand of kids. I was first introduced to nicotine at like 14 years old, and it was a flavored vape. And most kids I knew throughout high school, throughout college, were using them. And it's only got worse over time as more flavors and more varieties and cheaper prices came. And also, what we have to think about is a lot of these come from China. You know, there are vapes made in America. No vaping's good, but the vapes made in America are way healthier than the ones made in China. And most of the flavored ones are not coming from American companies, although some of them are. But this is just overall bad for everybody. We don't need flavored vapes. People need less smoking in their lungs. Smoking is a bad habit. I support smoking cigars, and that's about it. And even that's not that healthy. But the aesthetic, I like cigars. I do. I personally enjoy a cigar. I do. I cannot lie about it. But I've also been addicted to nicotine since I was 14 years old. But yeah, and I've also explained this. Whenever I go on You Mingle, I love to explain this to people. I always say that, you know, why do they have everybody sucking on vapes? And it's because inevitably when everybody gets replaced by robots and oh, bingo, right in the trash can. Let's go, Kobe. But when they replace, you know, people in the workforce and throughout the world with robots and things of that sort, it's like, it's very boomers thing to think we're going to plug these robots into your wall. No, you're going to have to suck that thing off. You're going to have to blow that robot to charge it. And that's why they have you sucking a vape. They're just preconditioning you to suck robot penis. That's all it is. I mean, that's not even a conspiracy. That's just factual. That's just common sense 101. If you don't know that robots are going to have vape penises, you're just an idiot. The new Israeli phone bombs are going to be the robot dicks. Yeah, that's also another thing. Like, when we talk about the Samson option, when we talk about all this stuff with Israel, you have to remember that Unit 8200 is the Unit 8200 of the IDF is the ones that put the bombs in the pagers. And then following that, Apple, Google, Meta, Amazon, trying to think of the major tech companies, but all the major tech companies, including those and more in the United States, all hired people from Unit 8200. Out of the IDF, and you have to think why. Like, is there bombs in some of our devices? Like, I have an Apple Watch and a phone. Is there a bomb in it? Is there a bomb in my monitor? Is there a bomb? Like, is there a bomb? You know what I mean? It's a little bit nerve wracking. It's a little bit fucking weird. Kind of sketches you out a bit. But yeah, this was the newest headline. Like I said, flavored vapes coming back on the market. Very bad thing. Sorry. I should have muted. That was a bad one. That was a loud one. I should have muted. That was rude. Sorry, guys. Sorry. But we're going to go to our next thing. This is about the aliens, like I said. They are most likely tomorrow. From what I'm hearing, tomorrow there will be a massive announcement about aliens. I don't know if this is actually happening. I don't know if it's actually going to come tomorrow, but this is from the Joe Rogan podcast today where they're discussing it. And this isn't where I heard that it's coming tomorrow. I heard it coming tomorrow from a different source.
And you have no knowledge of what's supposed to be released because today's Wednesday.
I'm going to know tomorrow at 3.
Tomorrow at 3 p.m. Is that when the
Allegedly.
world knows?
No, I think they're going to ask me, just give me a little bit of it. But I got a feeling they're not going to tell me much. I got a feeling they're not going to tell America much.
When is it supposed to be disclosed this week? Whatever they're going to disclose?
I don't know.
You
I
don't
don't know.
know.
But if they're going to disclose it to us, then it'll be out right as soon as they hang up the phone with some guys.
Do you feel an obligation, if they don't release it, to try to tell people what you know?
I do. I think it's because I don't like it if they're lying to us.
And you have no knowledge of what's supposed to be released because today's Wednesday.
I'm going to know tomorrow at 3.
Tomorrow at 3 p.m. Is that when the world knows?
No, I think they're going to ask me, just give me a little bit of it. But I got a feeling they're not going to tell me much. I got a feeling they're not going to tell America much.
When is it supposed to be disclosed this week? Whatever they're going to disclose?
I don't know.
I don't know.
But if they're going to disclose it to us, then it'll be out right as soon as they hang up the phone with some.
Yeah, so that's kind of the gist of the video there. It's a little bit weird, this whole thing. You know, it comes at a weird time with the Iran war right after the Epstein stuff. You know, right before the midterms. It seems a little bit odd on timing, you know, like why randomly in 2026? Allegedly, the information that they're going to give us dates back to 1946 or so, 1945. So I'm curious as to why we would just be getting this information now. I think one of the early events they're going to start with is the Roswell event. They're going to give us information there. The Roswell event was a famous alien crash site, to my knowledge. And I think someone actually saw it, but I don't know what actually happened to that person. To be honest, I'm not like, I don't know, in my college days, in my libertarian years, you know, for the short period I was, I was interested in aliens. I was like, oh, it's going to be cool. They're finally going to release it. Then COVID, they released the UFO videos that the Air Force was taking, and the videos of those like pill-like things diving into the ocean. But it's just, I don't know, it's kind of lost its flavor with me. It's not as interesting to me, but it's still, it's interesting enough that I'm paying attention to it and that I'm going to report on it, but it's just not, I don't know. I mean, we're being raped by Israel. We're in a war. We had the Epstein files buried. They're putting out fake suicide notes. The president has bruises all over his hands because he's so fucking old. And, like, they want me to focus on it. You know what I mean? It's just like, we got too much other shit going on for me to, you know, care about fucking aliens. Someone said, the aliens made us nuke Iran. Some gay trans military commander, probably. Yeah. I just don't know, like, I don't know what's going to happen here. I really don't. I don't know what to even speculate about. It's just so fucking weird. But I do want to go into, like I said, our big story. Like I said, we're going to zip through a lot of the smaller stuff, and we're going to get to her. Let's, I forgot to pull up the Epstein suicide note. Let me do that really quick so you guys can see it. And then we'll go into the Iran war stuff. And then after, we will talk about Sean Strickland. Where is his suicide note? Why is it not coming up? Okay, yeah, like this is his suicide note, apparently. They investigated me for month, I don't know, for nothing. So 10-year-old charges resulted. Anyone know? Okay, I'm trying to read it. They have it right over here. I'm retarded. I'm not. I'm retarded. They have it right here. They investigated me for months, found nothing. So 16-year-old charges results. It is a treat to be able to choose one's time to say goodbye. What you want me to do? Bust out crying? No fun. Not worth it. Does anyone believe this? Does anyone believe this at all? I don't believe this is a real suicide note. I just don't. I just don't believe it. And I saw this video. Like, some guy who was in the jail said, oh, he definitely committed suicide. But it's like, you weren't even in his cell, first of all. Help is available. Okay, well, I'm not going to kill myself. Let's relax there. Let's relax. I'm not going to fucking do it. But yeah, like, let's see. Do they have, like, let's see if we can get it. Yeah, like here. This is his handwriting. Like, does that look the same to you? It's just two different handwritings. Completely. It's like not even close. And yeah, someone said it, not even his sense of humor. Exactly. Like Jeffrey Epstein, while he was like a pedophile Israeli spy and this terrible person, he was like a humorous individual. Like people didn't just hang out with him to fuck kids. He was also probably like kind of a fun time to be. I'd imagine he was funny. Like I don't know that for sure, but I'd imagine like if you're hanging around like Chris Tucker and Michael Jackson, like you're hanging around all these celebrities, you got to be funny on some level. Bill Clinton, not a great guy, but he was funny at least. I'd imagine Jeffrey Epstein was probably funny. Not even his sense of humor. There's not even like any good like you'd think Jeffrey Epstein would put a funny joke in his suicide. I don't know. That's me being a little crazy, but it's just different handwriting. Like that's the main thing. Focus on the handwriting and then look at that. Like just not even fucking close. If any one of my viewers has like a background in analyzing handwriting, I doubt it, but if anyone does, like let me know. Let me know what you think. Like is there any big similarities that I'm not seeing that I wouldn't notice, but I just don't think someone said, do you think it's supposed to be a distraction? I think do I think that Epstein note is a distraction? No, I think it's just part of the I think it's just additional parts of the cover up. I think they're trying to get away from Epstein as much as possible. I don't think the note is a distraction. Like it's a distraction from the fact that he didn't actually kill himself, I guess, but it's not a distraction. Unless you're talking about the alien thing. Alien thing is probably a little bit of a distraction. To be fair there, if someone was about to kill themselves in that scenario, they would probably have lost some motor skills like writing proficiently due to mental distress, but that's an insane difference. Exactly. Like, this is a guy who, like, again, evil, terrible human being, but a very smart human being. I don't know. You would think that it would be different. And he was also like, I mean, it's got to be. Let's look this up. I've never looked this up. What do Jews think happens to you if you kill yourself as a Jew? I just used voice text for ChatGPT. Views in Judaism vary by denomination and by rabbi, but traditionally suicide is considered a serious sin because life is viewed as belonging to God, not fully to the individual. That said, compassion, mental... well, it says suicide's prohibited. No shit, but it's like, okay, but what happens? Because Jews don't believe in hell, right? They say they'll face purification after death, most likely. Judaism does not usually teach an eternal hell in the same way that Christians do. So you're in like a temporary spiritual purification. Some rabbis even teach that people who die by suicide are often not fully morally responsible because of extreme emotional pain, fear, or mental illness. That's just weird. I was just curious, like, what did the Jews even believe about that? I've never even thought to look it up, but it's interesting. Because it's also like, how often do you hear of a Jew killing themselves? Not often, right? I feel like Jews, like, again, we're going to look that one up. 'Cause now we're just looking a lot of stuff up today. Let's see. Let's see if they'll give me a response. Compared to Goyim, how often do Jews kill themselves? Yeah, they're it's a lot lower than the normal population. That's what I assumed. Okay. Yeah, that's what I assumed. That's weird. That's really weird. He had Stephen Hawking write it for him, dude. He would probably write better than that blindfolded with the wrong hand. Exactly. It's just like so crazy. I just don't see it. But okay, we'll go on to our next thing. And to be honest, it's a long letter. We're not going to read it, but you guys could just read the headline here. And the headline kind of spells out what it is. Democratic Congressman Joaquin Castro, whatever the fuck, Joaquin, suck my dickin, has issued a letter co-signed by 30 House Democrats to Secretary of State Marco Rubio seeking the end of the U.S. policy of nuclear ambiguity towards Israel. So basically what our stance has been is We're just not even going to acknowledge they have nukes. We're not going to ask. We're not going to force them to say anything. We're not going to force them into any treaties. And basically, the sum of this, let me go to like the third page where you can kind of, it's so fucking shitty. But like these like questions here, like what nuclear weapons capabilities does Israel have? Has Israel communicated to U.S. officials any nuclear doctrine? Red lines or thresholds for nuclear use? Has the administration received any assurances from Israel that nuclear weapons will not be used, etc.? Blah, blah, blah. Just basically asking, like, we need the full scope of information if we're going to be able to make any decisions about this war as Congress people, which is an extremely reasonable take. Like, they could have went a lot of different ways on, like, oh, we want to push for nuclear ambiguity with Israel. Like, they could have went 100 different routes. This is probably the most respectable route possible. They're just like, we want to make informed decisions on this war. We can't make any informed decisions in the Middle East if we don't know what the fuck is going on. Like, if Israel has 1 nuke or 200, or if they don't have them, or if they have even more, like, they need to know. And we should know as Americans, especially when we fund them to $3.8 billion a year, $380 billion total, trillions of dollars in the Iraq-Afghanistan war, let's go to the Iran war tracker right now, actually. Let's see, what are we at? Iran war cost tracker. Let's see what we are at. 74 billion and counting. Yeah, okay. So we deserve some fucking answers. You know what I mean? Like, we deserve some fucking answers. $74 billion and counting? Give me some fucking answers. Do you guys have nukes? How many nukes do you have? Show me the nukes. Show me on the nuke where your uncle touched you. No, I'm kidding. But you guys get what I'm saying. We need this information. We need to know what's actually happening with our so-called greatest ally. They're not our allies at all. I say this all the time, but the United States love to tout that they're our greatest ally. And if they're going to say that, at the very least, they should act that way. They should stop undermining the U.S., stop lobbying in our politics, stop trying to infiltrate the United States government and lobbyist groups, and they should also be open about their nuclear powers that they have, that they actually stole from us as well. So extremely ridiculous that we haven't forced this yet. And to be honest, this is a huge win for the Democrats on this one. Republicans wouldn't do this. But you want to know the sad thing? Like imagine this is the letter right here that Marco Rubio got from the House Democrats. You know what he's going to... I don't have a lighter on me. He's just going to burn it. The second it hits his desk, he's lighting it on fire. If you think Marco Rubio is going to go to Bibi Netanyahu and be like, hey, you guys have to be honest about nukes, he's going to fucking jerk off on that page. He's going to piss... Remember that scene in Wolf of Wall Street where he's like, you know what we do when the United States sends you a subpoena? And he puts it in a trash can, pulls his dick out in front of the office and pisses in the trash can? Yeah, that's what's going to happen. Either Bibi Netanyahu or Marco Rubio, or maybe both of them might have a little fucking, I don't know, a little tug session with each other, and they're just going to both ejaculate and piss on it. Like, I have no clue, but this letter is not going to do anything. But I will say it's a win that they actually put it out there in the first place. It's actually pretty incredible. So that's a win. Let's see. Someone goes, it's so sad to see money go down the drain when there are so many struggling. Exactly. It's so sad to see. I love bragging about our defense budget to Brittards, but I hate that that's what it's going to. Yeah. It is fun to brag about the defense budget in like specific conversations. I do agree. I find myself in certain conversations where I'm like, we would literally just rape you. Like, we would rape your entire country, and you couldn't stop it. You could not stop it. But then at the same time, I think about it, and I'm like, damn, like, 50-year mortgages. And I'm like, fuck. I get reminded of why I'm a stupid goyim. Okay, but let's keep moving on. We're going to get into the actual collapse of the ceasefire. And like I said, when I started the show, we didn't have a lot of information about it, so we'll check live updates, see if anything is updated. But we really just have, like, one kind of announcement, really. Breaking: the ceasefire between the U.S. and Iran has collapsed as American warships launched strikes against, I'm not even going to try and pronounce that island, a few hours ago, an Iranian island, I'm guessing. Since then, Iran has retaliated with drone and missile launches into the Persian Gulf to target the U.S. Navy. The U.S. has since begun launching airstrikes deeper inside Iranian territory, with air defense activity reported in Tehran and Bandar Abbas. I'm guessing that's how you say it. And this is coming today as I saw a video of a gas station that hit $9. I don't know where it was. It's got to be in, like, buttfuck LA or, like, in New York City or something. It's got to be in, like, one of these crazy places. But $9 a gallon? It's going to be cheaper to blow the Indian who owns that fucking gas station than it would, like, are you kidding me? $9? Does the gas cure cancer? Does the gas cure AIDS and cancer? Does the gas have peptides in it? Does it have like weight loss and muscle gain peptides in it? Like $9 gas. Are you kidding me? $9 gas? This thing better cure leukemia. Like, what the fuck? $9? I sound like a Jew, but not real. Like, this is crazy. They did this. Israel did this. Every time you go to the gas station, just know Israel did this. Just know Donald Trump and Israel did this. But this is a statement we're getting. Let's even do this. Let's click on Ream Navarum. Let's see if we're getting any updates. Okay, Donald Trump put out a statement on Truth Social. 3 world-class American destroyers just transited very successfully out of the Strait of Hormuz under fire. There was no damage done to the 3 destroyers, but great damage done to the Iranian attackers. They were completely destroyed, along with numerous small boats, which are being used to take the place of their fully decapitated navy. These boats went to the bottom of the sea quickly and efficiently. Missiles were shot at our destroyers and were easily knocked down. Likewise, drones came and were incinerated while in the air. They dropped ever so beautifully down to the ocean. That's such a crazy way. That's such a wild way to describe it. Very much like a butterfly dropping to its dude. What the fuck? Like, I will say, like, 1 out of every 100 things Trump does is kind of funny. And that's a kind of funny, like, to compare it to, like, a butterfly dying. That's a little bit funny, a little childish, a little funny. A normal country would have allowed these destroyers to pass, but Iran is not a normal country. They are led by lunatics, and if they had the chance to use a nuclear weapon, they would do it. Yeah, on Israel, not on us, though, without question. But they'll never have that opportunity, and just like we knocked them out again today, we'll knock them out a lot harder and a lot more violently in the future. If they don't get their deal signed fast, our 3 destroyers with their wonderful crews will now rejoin our naval blockade, which is truly a wall of steel. President Donald J. Trump from Truth Social. Wow. Okay, so that's the update we got. We just got that update from Donald Trump. I guess he just posted that on Truth Social about 1 hour ago. How did I miss that? I started the show 45 minutes ago. I guess I was putting on the suit and I had to get ready, so maybe. Let's see, anything else? Yeah, this was 2 hours ago. Fox News reporting large wave of U.S. airstrikes against multiple cities in Iran. But okay, like, I mean, the real story is here. I fucking called it. Again, I got to get that Vindicated Again award banner on the top of the screen. Because Vindicated again. Again, what a surprise. But yeah, I mean, what did we expect? I said at the start, either at the start of this week or end of last week, I want to say it was the start of this week, I said that the Iran war was not close to over. Donald Trump has been tweeting that it's about to end and it's over, said the war is completely over, blah, blah, blah. He did that to manipulate gas prices a bit, didn't really work. The war's back on, it's been on, it never actually stopped. It will continue, and it will continue because this has never been about nukes. This has never been about nukes. This has been about Israel completing their goals of the Greater Israel Project. This has been about completely destabilizing Iran, which is their last real threat in their region. And then beyond that, you know, the only other threats you could really deem are like, you know, I wouldn't even say they're threats, but what Israel calls a threat is they call Palestinians a threat. That's not a threat, in my opinion, but to them, they call it a threat. And then Hezbollah in Lebanon. But realistically, when you look at the numbers in Lebanon of deaths, when it comes to who the IDF is killing, they're killing mainly Christians. They're not killing Hezbollah. They're not killing Iranian terrorists. They're not killing Muslims, although they are getting some. They're mainly killing Christians and Catholics. Famously, they actually killed a Catholic priest recently in Lebanon. Extremely sad. Took down the entire building. But so very fucked up. Like I said, this war was not close to over when they announced it. Hasn't been close to over. And the real red pill is, even if theoretically, if they were to say, oh, the war's over today and it actually did stop, that would mean that it's just going to pick up again in the future. Until Israel completes its goals, this will not end. Like Donald Trump and like Benjamin Netanyahu said, this war will end when Israel and America mutually agree it's over. Not when Donald Trump says it's over, when Bibi says it's over. Because when Bibi says it's over, Trump will concede. America's been ready to get the fuck out of this. Although Marco Rubio and Trump and Hegseth are loving it, at the same time they realize how unpopular it is to the majority of Americans on the right and the left. The only people who are trusting this still are the boomer fucking retards, the plan trusters. You have like Cat Turd, who's like ready to suck Trump off at any given moment. He would literally, I say this all the time, but if Donald Trump stood in front of Cat Turd and he held literal cat shit in his hand and he said, "Eat it out of the palm of my hand," I guarantee you Cat Turd would do it. He's such a cucked loser. He's such a faggot of a human being, such a worthless piece of shit. He's a fat, ugly piece of shit. Like Misfit Patriot, same thing. Absolute fucktard of a human being. I saw Misfit Patriot tweeting, shitting on Nick Fuentes for pushing that woman off his doorstep when he maced her and pushed her off when she came to harass him at his own door. And I even went as far as to say, I would, like, in Florida, I would just shoot that person. Like, you come to my doorstep threatening me, you come to my doorstep to harass me, I live in a land of stand your fucking ground. I'm gonna, right through the peephole, bang. Bang, you're donezo, right through the people. You're gonna be, like, looking to see, you know, and boom, she's gonna hit you right in the fucking head or throat or wherever lines up with that peephole. But absolutely ridiculous. And I saw the Misfit Patriot tweet out, he's like, what a coward pushing a woman. And then if you look into the Misfit Patriot, this guy literally beat up an elderly disabled woman in like a hotel lobby. Like the Misfit Patriot beat up an elderly disabled woman in a hotel lobby years ago and got arrested for like a DUI. Like, I don't know, he got arrested, a bunch of shit. And then he's on Twitter tweeting, he's like, I can't believe Nick is such a coward and a woman abuser to push this woman. It's like, dude, what? Like, what are you talking about? You beat the fuck out of an old disabled lady. Like, what are you talking about? This lady, like, couldn't even walk and you beat the fuck out of her. It's so crazy. It's just so wild. Someone goes, but your door is your friend. How dare you? Dude, that was crazy. What did the door do to you? The door is your friend. You're going to hoard it. Dude, it's like, what? Yeah, I'll blow fucking 100 holes through that door with my 100 round fucking clip. Dude, I have a 100 round drum mag that I will just unload through that door. Yes, I will. And I won't feel bad about it either. And then the police will show up and they'll be like, God bless you. This is America because this is fucking Florida. The cops in Florida are happier when you, like, where's that one video? I got to pull up this. Now that we're saying this, I got to pull up this video. All right, let's see if I can find it. I'm not going to search for a while. I'm going to see if I can find it. Where's that video? Let's see. To the homeowners. Come on. Why can't I find this video? I can't find the video. So sad. But there's a video of a Florida sheriff, and he's like, yeah, one of the homeowners shot the person who broke in or tried to break into their house. And, you know, we haven't found out which one yet. And I think it's because they're nervous that they might be in trouble. And then he goes, just so you know, you're not in trouble. It doesn't matter who you are or what happened. We actually prefer you do shoot them. It makes it easier for us. And it's like, let's cut this base. We prefer you do shoot. Fuck yeah. That's the state I want to live in. If someone's breaking my house, I am well within my rights to just... You're done. You're done. You're going to meet your maker that day, and your last act will have been sinful. So I hope you said your prayers. Hope you had a, I don't know, a confession recently, or, you know, maybe by the good graces the Lord spares you. But I doubt it. I doubt it. If your last act is trying to break in my house, I don't think the Lord's going to look too favorably on you. I don't know. Someone said brains are easier to do paperwork on than kneecaps. Someone said, we know why you can't find it. It's the Jews did that. Only one story to listen to. Yeah, the Florida cops are just awesome. I don't know why I can't find the video. It sucks. It really sucks. So Florida is truly the state of, like, fuck around, find out. They tell you in Florida, it's like in California, they sit in the highway and they block the street. And it's like in Florida, they're like, no, go 0 to 60 right into their fucking face. And then, like, after you hit them, keep driving. Don't stop. Like, they're just like, we don't give a shit. Hit and run that motherfucker. That's Florida. Florida does not fucking care. Like, let's see, like, okay, wait. Here's a sheriff video I will be able to... It's not going to be the same one, but this will be a good one. Like, this guy is just... He's just a beast. Grady Judd. Let's see if we can find, like, a really good Grady Judd video.
Stuff that you just can't believe, that you'll never get over. that may even scar you for life. But I got to introduce you to this guy. He's not from Polk County, of course. I don't think we got anybody from Polk County quite like this guy. This is Matthew Zaccarino. He's 39. He's from Altamont Springs.
Oh, that one's not even an interesting one. I want to see one of the ones where he's talking about like shooting people in the fucking face and shit. Let's see. If I can't find this right here, we're just going to go on. Okay, I hyped myself up. I said I'd be able to find it, and now I just can't. But there's like one crazy video where he's like, yeah, if you try and break in someone's house, we're going to make you look like Swiss cheese. There's like one crazy video where they're like, why did you guys shoot him 80 times? Like they're asking the police at a press conference. Wait. What? If I can't find a single one of these videos, I'll be upset. Let's see if I can find this video. Did they scrub all the good Florida police videos off X or something? Like, that's so stupid. But there's one video where they're like, why did you shoot the guy like 80 times? And then he's like, well, he was in a string of felonies and he killed a cop, so we just unloaded. And they're like, you don't find that to be excessive? He's like, no. He's like, I wish we shot him more. He's like, we ran out of bullets. That's a Florida sheriff. They just don't give a shit. They're like, fuck yeah, let's go. Criminals, we don't care. Kill them. And I'm even more humane than that. I don't want to kill criminals. I just want to enslave them. I truly do. I think I'm more moral than like the people who want to kill these people. Like, and I'm not trying to take a shot at Grady Judd. Great guy, great sheriff. Love and respect him. God bless him. But I like the slavery option better. Excuse me, but I think it's more moral. I think it's more moral to take a person and make them work their debt off to society for life by picking cotton and strawberries and fields till the day they die than killing them. You know, and we can get a lot more out of it. It helps the American economy a bit. We can replace illegal immigrant labor with these slaves, you know? Sue me. Sorry. I enjoy it. I like it. Actually, don't sue me. If you sue me, I'll fucking rape you. No, sorry. No, I won't. That could probably be used against me if someone actually did. I won't rape you if you sue me. Don't worry. Don't worry. But that's kind of the update from everything. I don't know how I got from Iran to that. But that's kind of the update of everything that happened in Iran and with Israel, the United States. It looks like it most likely will continue. But like I said, it doesn't matter either way. If it stops now, it will continue down the line, you know, probably post midterms or maybe right after JD gets in or Marco. If it doesn't stop now, it's kind of just like what I predicted. So I think I'm going to be right regardless about this. No matter what, this war will continue, whether it's, you know, now or in a year. The goals of the war have not been completed. The goals of the war were never to kill the Ayatollah. The goals of the war were not like stop them from getting nukes. They were not getting fucking nukes. There was actually no evidence to show that they were close to nukes. United States intelligence even said they weren't, and then Israeli intelligence said they were, and we went with Israeli intelligence. One of the most retarded fucking things ever. But okay, that's been, like I said, the majority of topics, and we're going to finish on one topic here. We're just going to be watching the press conference with Sean Strickland and Khamzat Chimaev. And if you guys aren't UFC fans, I urge you to do this. I urge you, give this part of the video a chance. If you haven't been a UFC fan in the past, or you've never watched it before, I urge you to watch this portion right here. You will be very interested in it. This might turn you on to the UFC. This might change your mind. This was an electric press conference. I mean, there have been some all-time rivalries in the UFC. I mean, you've seen like Diaz and McGregor. You've seen Jones and DC. There were some crazy matchups and rivalries back and forth that we had throughout the sport. But we've never had one with banter like this. The only thing that's ever come close is truly Conor. And it's on like two different levels. Conor was just straight trolling. Conor McGregor was an expert at that. He knew how to draw headlines. He knew how to be loud. He knew how to be eccentric. He knew how to piss people off and get in their heads. Sean Strickland and Khamzat are two diagnosed sociopaths who want to literally kill people. Khamzat openly calls himself a terrorist, while Strickland openly tells people that he wants to literally see people die in front of him, and he aims to kill people when he fights them. Although it sometimes doesn't look like it, he does, and he truly is a sociopathic freak, but he's American in a lot of ways. So we're going to watch this. We're going to watch it in, I don't know, we'll try it in 1.25x speed. I don't know how it's going to be. But If it's too fast, we'll go to... I've never tried a UFC press conference at that speed, but we'll try it. We're going to skip over the parts with the undercard fighters talking. Who gives a fuck about those guys? It's like a Japanese guy, and I forget, someone else, not even an American, but Strickland versus Khamzat. This is the fight that should have been on the White House card, but for like probably legal reasons, they couldn't. Because you're going to have his press conference, and imagine if Khamzat in the White House card press conference said, "I'm a terrorist, Allahu Akbar." And that's what he said in this one. It's absolutely insane. Here's how you know it's insane. When you watch this press conference with me, I want you guys to pay attention to one specific thing at the beginning. You never see cops on stage at the press conference. You see security in front of the stage. You never see like literal police officers on stage. Watch this. They literally have cops on the stage because they both want to kill each other that bad.
His opponents and is coming off one of his best performances to date. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the former UFC middleweight champion, Sean Strickland. And his opponent, one of the most dominant forces to ever grace the UFC octagon. He doesn't just beat his opponents, he mauls them. Undefeated and dominant every step of the way. Please put your hands together for the #3 pound-for-pound fighter in the world and the reigning UFC middleweight champion, Khamzat Horse Chimaev.
All fucking talk. All this man does is fucking talk.
Hey, I only do
You had your chance and you never stepped up.
bitch.
Fuck you.
I gotta be your daddy in the game.
Oh yeah, you fucking Chechen fucking whore. I'll send you back.
You Chechen fucking whore.
Hey, go back to the country you fled, you fucking coward.
I gotta be your daddy in the cage. I make you cry again.
The fucking guy leaves his shitty country, flees to Sweden.
Someone in the chat that said White House fight isn't happening, Joe. Why do you think it's not going to happen? I think it will. It's going to be a fucking security nightmare, and it's an awful idea. And to be honest, it's an awful idea for there's a couple reasons. One, we're in the middle of a fucking war. Two, there's going to be 80,000 people there. Awful. Third thing, the biggest American on the card, Justin Gaethje, is going to get his ass kicked by Topuria, who's not an American. That's insane to put a fight where the American's clearly going to fucking lose on the White House. I mean, if he wins, it's an all-time win. Upset of the fucking century. But he's not going to win. He's going to get his ass beat by Ilia Topuria. Ilia Topuria's like wife took his kids from him. This guy just has pure rage and vengeance, and like he's like a true Christian. Like he just wants to fucking kill people in that ring. Ilia Topuria is going to beat the fuck out of Justin Gaethje. But the reason it shouldn't happen is because it's outside. Like when they did the fights outside in Abu Dhabi for a bit, like that was awful. You cannot do fights outside. Like, especially in the summertime. Like, rain or shine, it's going to be on. That's going to be a fucking nightmare. Although, like, the image, the pictures, and it would be kind of cool to see it in the rain. It just would suck. Like, I don't know. It kind of... I don't know. I don't like the idea of the White House card. Someone said, deport everyone, White House fight night. Just kidding. BB said I can't.
Goes back home, whores himself out to a fucking dictator, and wants to talk like a fucking man.
Bitch.
You don't know what it's like to be a fucking man. Fucking pussy, you fucking whore.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to the press conference.
Let's cry now.
Who's got the first question?
I'd like to start with Khamzat Chimaev. Khamzat, Sean Strickland has said you and he will be enemies until the day you die. Do you agree? Is this fight incredibly personal to you?
I don't care. It's just one more chicken. I'm gonna take his head off. Just squeeze off. He will be dead in 2 days.
Yesterday, you said that Sean Strickland was lying about your sparring sessions and that you beat him in that session. Can you tell us, with Sean here, how did your sparring sessions go when you practiced together?
I beat him every day, bro. Like, look at this guy, man. His dad beats him up every day, fuck him up, and he has some mental problems, and he's crying to speak about that. So you believe this shit?
It is so hard
What
to
exactly
understand
has Sean
Khamzat
said
at that speed.
That has offended you the most? Is it the comments about your country? Is it the comments about you as a man? What has offended you about the things Sean Strickland has said?
What?
Что именно тебя обидело? То, что он сказал про тебя, про твою страну, про твою религию. Что именно тебя обидело?
Nothing. I'm just happy to be here and smash that guy. Make my
You'll
money.
see. I know right now at the start, it's just trust me. It literally just like it's wild. You'll see.
Be happy. Go home.
And a question for Sean Strickland. Sean, obviously you have said a lot of things about Hamzat. This has been a very personal build up to this fight, but how are you feeling? Are you overly emotional for this fight on Saturday, or are you calm, cool, and collected?
Look at his face. I'm here now. Look at his face. Start to cry now.
Let me tell you about this fucking pussy.
Yeah.
I was there when
go,
he
guys.
walked off the mat when he had COVID and retired. Woo! And his dad, Ali, had to call him and say, hey, you better get back there and make me money. I've almost died in a motorcycle accident. Did I fucking quit? Did I fucking retire? You let the common cold retire you. Don't talk about me being a bitch, bro. You had a cough and you quit this fucking sport.
Sean, what is more important to you, winning that gold belt or beating Hamzat Chimaev?
You're never gonna beat me, never.
Yeah, motherfucker. I beat you in the gym. I'll beat you here. I'll beat you on the stage in front of everybody,
I
you
beat you all
motherfucker.
day, every day.
Yeah, shut the fuck up, little fucking
you.
Chechen whore. We gotta start calling the whore the dog.
I make you cry again.
Yeah,
I wanna be
okay.
your daddy in the cage.
Okay.
I've been all day, every day, your daddy. You know about it.
Relax, bro.
Yeah.
I don't know what
You
fucking
little
whore
rat.
you came from, but go back to her.
I don't know what whore you came from, but go back to her is crazy.
You look at the UFC rivalries of the past. Where does this rank in terms of the most heated rivalries we've had?
Top 3 all time. Top 3 all time.
Are you going to let them face off at the end of this press conference?
What's that?
Are you going to let them face off at the end of this press conference?
Absolutely.
I will say, wild face-off. Someone could say it.
Hey, listen, you guys. I didn't come from a fucking third world. I know how to be a
Hey,
fucking
no one
man,
asked
have
you
dignity.
anything. Shut up,
You
bitch.
fucking pussy.
Fuck you.
Yeah, fuck you, fuck you. Shut the fuck up,
Hey,
you
shut
coward.
up.
Fucking go
I'm
fucker.
your daddy. Listen to your daddy.
Hey, according to my therapist, I'm a sociopath, so why would I not want to have a face-off?
Dana White's a diagnosed sociopath too, which I guess he kind of got to be if you run a sport where people just try and beat the fuck out of each other.
Here today. Who's got the next question?
Quest for the champion, Joshua Van. Josh,
Yeah, okay,
all
so
the way
this is
in the
where we're
back.
going to skip for like a minute because we don't need to listen to these two fucking retards. Who gives a fuck about Joshua Van? And, okay, wait. We're not going to watch this guy talk, but listen to this, like, how this pussy talks. It's so weird.
You guys want to see respect for talking, right?
It sounds like, I don't know if anyone remembers, it's such like a crazy connection, but it sounds like almost exactly like if you've ever seen the movie The Dictator with Sacha Baron Cohen. In the movie The Dictator, they like kill him off as the dictator and they replace him with the double, and the double's a complete like literal retard. And it sounds like the literal retard body double. Like that, it is the exact accent and voice. It's actually insane. If anyone knows what I'm talking about, they're gonna know it's like instantly, it's just like that. It's crazy. But we're not gonna watch this fucking weirdo talk. We're just gonna go to the shit that matters, which is Strickland and Kamzat.
The security, Sean Strickland. Sean, Hamzat has said all week that all the security is not for him, it is for you and your protection. Do you feel safe up there with him right now?
Let me tell you, I'm an American. I know how to be a fucking man. You see how they put my fans over here? We have fucking dignity. We know how to be a fucking man.
They all surround him the second he stands up so he doesn't do any stupid shit.
You see those fucking heathens over here? You shouldn't be allowed in this fucking country. You guys are the definition of fucking dog shit. And you need to get the fuck out of America and stop ruining it. You motherfuckers, you guys know how to be fucking men. You live in a country with fucking men built by men. You live in a country built by men better than you just actively fuck up. Go call Putin, have him teach you how to be fucking men again.
And one more for you, Sean. As far as the fight itself, Hamzat told us yesterday it's one takedown and it's good night for you. Do you think you have some answers that he's not going to be expecting if this fight goes to the ground?
Yeah, dude, you could try to dry hump my leg all you fucking want, dude, but you ain't gonna fucking work.
Squeeze off your head,
We're gonna
dude.
stand and we're
I
gonna
did in the
fucking
training.
bang.
Yeah, you coach Eric takes off me from you. I squeeze off your leg, man. You was tapping all the time.
Squeeze up, shut the fuck
yeah,
up.
I squeeze all juice out of you, man. You bitch.
Oh yeah.
Who are you talking to? That's America. America love me, bro. You nobody loves you.
Oh yeah.
Hey,
Oh yeah.
All of these guys love
If you're an American and you're rooting for Kamzat, just know that I hate you personally.
me. Nobody loves you. Only your daddy loves you.
Let me tell you about this
He
fucking
beats you up. I gonna beat you up too.
Let me tell you about this fucking pussy. Why
Fuck up. Shut the
why I
shit
call him
down.
a coward?
Hey, we
Why
don't
I
need
call him a
legal
coward?
problem. Listen to you.
You're making fun. You're making fun of child abuse. This is why you're a fucking
tell the
animal.
people
Yeah, so Strickland was like, to give a 20-second lore to him, every day he had to like either sleep in his mom's bed or stay awake all night because his dad would come home drunk, beat the shit out of him, break beer bottles on him, and then like he would think his dad was going to kill his mom because his dad would beat the fuck out of his mom. And that's kind of what fucked him up and made him a sociopath. Like his dad tried to kill his brother, him, his mom, blah, blah, blah. And someone once like made references to the fact that like he got raped as a kid. I don't know if that happened or not. Maybe, but
You daddy
And
beat
you're a
you up.
fucking bitch.
Cry
You'll
here
never
now.
be a fucking American.
Cry here
You
now.
are a fucking
You gonna
coward.
cry, bitch.
You are a fucking
Gonna cry,
coward.
bitch.
Yeah, fuck you,
Sit
bitch.
down. Shut up.
Yeah, you're a fucking
Gonna
whore.
sit
Shut
down
up.
and shut up.
Hey, don't make
Gonna
call you.
sit down
Don't
and
call
shut
your
up.
daddy Cordero.
Gonna sit
You're
down
gonna let
and
him
shut
choke
up.
you out for a fucking
Alright,
G-Wagon.
alright, what you gonna
Fuck
do?
you.
Fuck you.
That's what a fucking bitch looks like, guys.
Fuck you,
fucking
bitch.
This man was stuck off Cordero for a G-Wagon.
Hey,
Fuck
you,
him.
you should
Fucking
cry.
whore.
You should cry now. It's not my problem, you poor bitch.
Oh,
You
yeah,
don't have
because
a
I didn't go
G-Wagon.
stuck off
I
the
want all cars I needed because I'm rich. You poor bitch.
Yeah, because you gotta be a
homeless in
fucking
Vegas.
whore.
In
I would
California,
never
you gotta
whore
be
myself
homeless.
out like you did.
Oh,
Go back to
why
that
you
shit
gotta
and
be
go
homeless
stuck off
in
Cordero, you
the streets
faggot.
in Vegas.
Who's got the next question? Go ahead. Who's got it? Fire away.
Hi, my
Go
question
ahead.
is for Hamzat Chimaev, а теперь по-русски. Хамзат, салам алейкум.
Валейкум ассалам.
За тобой охраны побольше, чем за Шоном. Как ты думаешь, UFC опасается...
it's so fun. Like this guy just asks a question in like whatever bullshit ass heebie-jeebie language this is.
провокации от тебя?
Что?
За тобой охраны больше, чем за Шоном.
Like,
I think that they're more worried about your safety than his.
Он боится, поэтому меня останавливают.
He's scared. That's why they have to hold me back.
Хамзат, в Абу-Даби ты предупреждал, советовал австралийским фанатам Роберта Уитакера не просыпаться на бой, потому что это будет плохое утро для них. Что ты посоветуешь американским фанатам
shouldn't even be allowed.
Шона Стрикленда?
In Abu Dhabi, you advised the fans of Robert Whittaker not to wake up and watch the fight because it's not going to look good for them. What are you going to suggest for the fans of Sean Strickland?
Братан, Америка любит меня больше, чем его. Я не думаю, что у него есть тут фанаты вообще. Поэтому они будут болеть за меня, будут радоваться.
My brother, in America, I have more fans than he has ever had. So watch, they're going to root for me. So it's nothing for them to see. They're going to love me and watch me and root for me.
Go ahead.
Question for Sean Strickland. Sean, during the build-up of this fight, you've made a lot of controversial comments about Hamzat Chimaev, calling him things like a Chechen whore, a terrorist, and making jokes about his...
I am terrorist for him. I am. I'm gonna take off his head. I'm gonna kill him. Allahu Akbar. Allahu Akbar.
You're an American rooting for this utter piece of shit who calls himself a terrorist and says Allahu Akbar. Fuck you, self-deport, kill yourself, you're a pussy, you're not a real man. I cannot believe any American is supporting this un-American piece of shit, especially when he's fighting someone like Sean Strickland, who's arguably one of the most American people that exists. And Sean Strickland's a groiper.
My question for Sean. Now that he's here in front of you, would you get up and say those things directly to his face, or is it all a part of your online persona?
Hey, look at his face. He started to cry now.
Listen, I didn't bring religion in this. He's the one that fucking brought this into us. And let me tell you, you fucking go fucker.
Hey, no
let me
one
tell you
wants to
something.
bitch.
If this is
No
how
one
you
wants to
act
say
and your
what you
religion
say.
acts,
No one
all
wants
you
to
fuckers
do.
out of this country,
Hey,
if
shut
you
up
are a
and sit
fucking
down.
dog.
Why you stand up all
Let me
the
tell
time?
you guys,
Sit
I didn't
down.
bring religion
Don't
in
be
this. I didn't do it.
stressed.
He fucking did. He fucking did. If that is how
I'm
you
gonna make
react,
you gay.
let's go, bro. Hey, America's a nation of Christ. It's a nation of freedom. You don't fucking belong here.
Let's go, baby.
Down, bitch.
America's a nation of Christ. Beautiful.
Motherfucker.
Go ahead.
Question for Sean Strickland. Sean,
Hey, my dog, thank you for your service. Let's go.
Sean,
Someone says, in all fairness, he says he's a terrorist to him. Yeah, I'm not trying to make the argument that Khamzat's a literal terrorist. I'm trying to make the argument that Khamzat is a disgusting piece of shit and a Chechen whore and a goat fucker, just like Sean Strickland is.
do you think your pressure can break Chimaev mentally in this fight?
You know, man, I think Chimaev, he's a bully. He's always been a fucking bully.
Of course, I bully you.
Right, he drives
I'm gonna
humps
bully
your fucking
you.
leg. You ain't gonna fucking bully
I gotta
me.
bully you. I did that
You ain't gonna do
before.
shit, bro.
I gotta bully you.
I'm gonna send you back to
I
your
gotta
fucking
bully you,
daddy,
man.
Cordero. You ain't
So
gonna do
what?
shit.
So
You
what?
ain't gonna do shit.
So what now? You talk so much shit about me. Now do something.
Yeah,
you said you're gonna
motherfucker.
shoot me. Shoot me, a bitch.
Hey,
Yeah,
by the
shoot
way,
me. You wanna make scary
The shooting thing was, so Khamzat said that him and his buddies were going to jump Sean Strickland, and Sean said, we're in America. If you and your buddies try and jump me, I'll shoot the fuck out of all of you.
by the way,
Never.
by
Bro,
the way,
you
I
tried to
never
make me
said
fucking
I was
guy.
gonna shoot him.
Bro, I grow up
He
with
said that he was gonna jump me.
Oh, he explains
with
it.
him and his little fucking dirty fan base. We are fucking Americans. We stand on business. We don't threaten to jump
sit down,
people.
bitch.
All you do is you
Come
bring
on.
these fucking cowards in here and you try to intimidate me. I will fuck him up and I will fuck you up, you fucking pussies.
Let's go.
You should cry now.
You got another one? Go ahead. Yeah.
And question for Chimaev.
Dana White has a half chub right now, for sure.
Do you think you will break in the cage, Sean Strickland?
What did you
Do
say?
you think with your pressure you will break at the cage, Sean Strickland?
Сломаешь ли ты его своим давлением в клетке?
You already break.
Thank
You're
you.
starting soon cry. You're gonna see that.
Terrible question.
Thank you all.
Go ahead, sir.
Dana, a question for you. You often say that you're not really a big fan of when things get too heated up at these press conferences or at these weigh-ins. How do you feel up there right now?
I say that I don't what? What's the question?
You're not
always
often
said
a fan of these huge heated rivalries and huge heated press conferences. How do you feel out there right now?
Yeah, this one's pretty heated.
Are you enjoying it? Like, you've got a smile on your face, but do you...
Listen, it is what it is. Some are, some are not. It is what it is.
And Sean, a question for you. Sean, what are you gauging from being back in the room with Khamzat now, and what did you see when you were kind of facing off with him there a little bit earlier?
You know, man, always when you're around Chimaev, he just kind of walks around like a fucking bully, but the moment you fucking
Yeah, I
pull
told
his
you I
hard
gotta
ass
bully
like a
you, bitch.
You ain't
Shut
gonna
up.
do shit, motherfucker.
I gotta bully you, bitch.
Yeah, like you used to run for me in the
don't
gym,
bully,
you fucking
bully.
coward.
Of course I bully you.
So Khamzat used to train at Strickland's gym. So they fought against each other in sparring a bunch in practice. Khamzat got kicked out of Strickland's gym though, because he would like only fight the lower guys. So like he would pick like a guy who's had like one professional fight and just like break that guy's leg. And he was always like, why he calls him a bully is because Khamzat would like most fighters know, like you pick someone of equal size, strength, ability, skills, and you spar. You have a light spar. You're not trying to hurt each other. Khamzat would go for the smallest, weakest person or newest person in the gym, and he would like aim to literally injure them. He's objectively a terrible human being.
Shut the fuck up, coward.
Remember that. Eric, can you bring off this guy from me? Yeah. Tell about that. Let your coach tell about that. You was always crying in the gym.
Bro, we were there when you quit.
You told the people
We were
that
wrestling
the weakest
when
people
you
in the
walked
gym.
off the
You was
mat and
weakest
you
guy I
fucking
chose in the
quit.
gym.
That's
You was
a true
weakest guy
story,
in
by
the gym I
way.
chose.
We were there, the whole gym was
Hey,
there when
you
this man
shit.
quit. I've never fucking quit, because I'm not a fucking pussy.
Hey, shut up, bitch.
Go ahead.
John Bernard with KO Sports. This one's for Sean. Sean, Khamzat has said this week he loves you because you're making him so much money. Do you love him back because how much he's making you money?
He's not making anything.
You know,
I'm
man.
gonna take all his money. He's a poor. He's gonna be poor in the streets in Vegas. He's gonna be.
Let me
like,
tell you
drugs-
something, dude. I would be
drugs and
poor.
I'm out.
I would
money,
be
homeless
poor in a
bitch.
trailer any
I
day
give
and
you
have
some t-shirt
dignity
from me.
and have to walk a mile in that fucking
I gotta use some
horseshoes.
t-shirt.
Any
That's a
fucking
great
day.
quote. I would rather be poor and in a trailer house and have my dignity than walk a mile in that horseshoes. Beautifully said.
How do you leave a country? I'm asking you, how do you leave a country where they persecute and murder innocent people, and you flee to Sweden?
Hey, you're gonna work like
you run back to this dictator, and you whore yourself out for a G-Wagon. So to answer your question,
I'm rich, boy. You what should I do about it?
Dirt.
You jealous
I would
about
live
that?
In a trailer.
Hey,
I would
jealous
have
about that?
dignity,
Because I have a G-Wagon. I have a 10 G-Wagon, bro. You gonna drive what?
Question for Hamza. Hamza, no one's made Sean Strickland tap out in the UFC. How much would it make the win more sweeter if you're the first to submit him?
I submit him many times. He know about it.
Strickland's never been submitted. No one's even officially attempted one against him because he's that good at takedown defense.
Look at his face, man. Look at his face, man. He's almost crying. Cry, bitch, now. I'm gonna be your daddy.
Calm down,
you
calm
know
down,
I'm gonna
slut.
be your daddy.
Calm
I'm
down,
gonna be your
whore.
daddy in the cage.
I don't try to whore shame people,
Cry
but
about
this
that.
whore needs some shame.
You gotta cry about that.
And last one, Sean. Sean, a lot of fans don't want this fight to play out like DDP versus Hamza. Why will this fight go differently?
Well, they don't want to watch a man try to dry hump you for fucking 25 minutes, bro. They don't want to watch a boring-ass fucking fight.
I don't need 25
I want you to wrestle. I want you to wrestle. I will out-wrestle you, you fucking pussy. I'll fucking out-wrestle you any day of the week, you motherfucker.
Shut up, bitch.
Yeah,
do
dude.
anything.
Just go be a fucking fag, bro. I
hope you're gonna show some man dance. I'm gonna make you dance there.
Go ahead. Yeah, go ahead, brother.
Question for Sean. After the fight, will there be any mutual respect at all? Or will you always be at war with...
Let me tell you about Chimaev.
Hey, tell about yourself. What your daddy did to you.
It doesn't matter what
Let's cry now about that.
It doesn't matter
Let's cry about that now.
This man will
So
always be a whore.
What your daddy did
He has to look himself in the mirror
cry
and know
about
that
that.
he's a little
cry
bitch.
about your daddy.
So yes, I will fucking die knowing he's a little
what's the
bitch.
problem? Because your daddy make you a girl. It's not my problem.
Again, do
It's
we
not my
see you
problem.
guys?
So,
we see?
Hey, in Chechnya, people make the real man. So
Hey, calm down, bro. You're fucking prophet, fuck kid, you coward. You're a fucking scumbag.
Dude, it is just so crazy.
Make you a girl, like crying all the time.
I'd imagine this is how
Let me
women
tell
feel
you.
watching the Kardashians and shit.
Look at his insult, right? What do I insult? Do I lie? Am I making this up? This man's a fucking whore. I don't make this up.
I'm gonna make you that.
Yeah, you're a little bitch.
That. You're gonna be mine.
Calm down, whore.
Gonna be mine.
You have another one?
I go.
Question for Dana. Do you have any plans on returning to the Intuit Dome? Or was it like a one...
To return to Intuit Dome, or was it a one...
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Stupid question.
Go ahead.
Sean, you've had a lot of great fight weeks, but this one feels a little bit different. Are you having the most fun right now? We see you smirking in between questions.
That's
Seems like
that's Jack Mack. I'm not a big Barstool fan at all, but Jack Mack is I'll watch his videos from time to time. That's Jack Mack from Barstool. Yeah, that's him. I recognized the voice instantly, and then I saw the fucking chubby ass face, the shitty facial hair, and I knew instantly. But I got no disrespect to Jack Mack. I mean, Barstool itself is a little degenerate. Dave Portnoy is kind of a cunt for sure. He doesn't even support free speech, Dave Portnoy. But Jack Mack, he's all right. Not a bad guy, you know. Seems like a decent guy.
Right now, we see you smirking in between questions. It seems like this is the most fun you've had on a UFC press conference
You guys,
stage.
I fucking love it, man. I love the fight fans. The energy you guys bring is amazing. Like, at this point, man, I fight for you guys. Like, I can't tell you how much it means to me just to have support of the fans. Like, not only in the octagon, in my own life. You know, like, through you guys, man, I've changed my life. I didn't have to go suck up.
Right now. I'm gonna change your life. I'm gonna change your life.
But I changed my life.
Start to cry.
And I
Start to
fucking
cry
love you
now.
guys. And I can't wait to go kill this fucking...
It's like the most minority-like thing ever to just interrupt everything somebody says. Like, it's actually so crazy. It's like exclusive to minorities.
Change your life.
You ain't gonna do shit, go fucker.
I'm gonna change your life.
You ain't gonna do shit.
Yeah, I'm gonna change
Code
your life.
fucker.
You're gonna go back to Cadero and suck him off. And go get another G-Wagon.
Poor guy.
Bitch.
And what was your reaction to Hamza posting the footage from sparring the other night on Twitter?
Bro, he posted a flow round where I wasn't even trying. I was still tagging him. Wasn't even trying, bro. That was a warm-up round. You still couldn't fucking hit me.
Yeah, the warm-up round. Because what you warm-up round? Because you was crying about it. Don't hit me hard.
And I'll tell you.
Yeah, well, you ask Eric. What is Eric? Ask Eric. Your coach. He knows about it.
After that,
What that's saying is what I was kind of saying earlier is like when you're sparring and training, you're not supposed to try and knock somebody out. You're not supposed to try and injure them. You're supposed to just train. That's all it is. It's training to make each other better. You are not supposed to try and hurt each other. And Khamzat would aggressively try and hurt people during sparring. So while someone's going like, a quarter, half speed, Khamzat would be trying to go full speed. And that was one of the things that really led to, like, they almost were friends for a bit. And then like I said, they trained together, completely fell apart. And that was one of the main reasons, is the way Khamzat acted towards Strickland and a lot of other people in the gym.
About it. Let them post that. Let them show about that.
Let me finish.
They have the cameras inside.
Let me finish.
Let them show.
Let me finish.
Fuck you. I don't let you do anything. Not anything. I'm going to fuck you up.
We're warming up. Go light. You got a little hostile.
Why should I
will see you 5 rounds in the cage, you fucking band.
I've been all day, every day.
And what happened?
I asked you to come out to the street.
Shemaev?
Hey, tell them when I ask you, I'll come out.
Running like a little bitch.
Hey, when I ask you, I'll come out from the gym to the streets. What did you say? Tell about that.
Yeah,
tell about that. When I ask you to come out.
Fibers, because you're a coward,
you didn't come out. I'm
just a bitch, bro. You're just a fucking bitch.
I tell him I'll come out to the streets. And he didn't come out. I went to the gym. I said, "Come out, we fight on the street." He said,
"I sent this man a message a couple years back saying, meet me at 5
Tell about that
o'clock."
now.
No,
it's like the most minority thing too to be like, let's fight in the streets. It's like you're pro fighters. Fight in the octagon, you fucktard. Fight in the cage. Why are you fighting in the streets?
Now.
Why would you both ruin your careers for nothing?
You were so scary running around.
Like talking to a fucking idiot, bro. This man rewrites history, bro. We all know he's fucking coward.
You can't deal with me now, yeah? You see me in real life now. It's not that much. I'm far away from Chechnya. You're talking so much shit. Do something now.
You guys, it is a true story.
Hey, what's true story?
It is a true story.
Look at your face. You don't look like a true man.
And I said, hey, meet me at this location at 5 o'clock. True
all
story.
Caucasian guys come to the
what did he
everyone
say?
beats you up there.
He said, no, sorry.
Everyone beats
it was
you up
a misunderstanding.
Hey, all
don't fucking lie to me, you
guys
fucking
there
coward.
beating you up every day.
And here's the thing that I like about this press conference. Strickland is notoriously 10 times better when he's pissed off and hates the person he's fighting. Like, everyone always says, when Strickland fights white guys, he's not that good. But when he fights minorities, which he's Strickland's a groiper. Strickland doesn't like these people. When Strickland fights these people, he fucking hates them. And he really goes for them in the press conference, and he goes for them in the, like, he beats the fuck out of them in the cage.
You then, I'll kill you in the fucking cage.
We've been in Vegas, all Dagestan, Chechnya guys beat you up. You was running from us.
And you have another question?
Yeah, running from us, you fucking coward. If you ever hear me say us,
Jack Max just standing there.
Why did they come
I fight my own battles because I'm not a bitch.
Why didn't you come out to the streets then?
Go ahead, sir.
And Sean, do you have any respect for Khamzat's trash talking?
No, bro. I mean, again, look, why are you running from us? Why are you running from us? Anytime this man's ever been confronted alone, look at Costa, bro. Costa made you run away, you little bitch. It's on camera. Hold me back, guys. Costa scared you and made you run away.
Hey,
have you ever seen me run away?
In 2 days, you're gonna see that. 2 days left. 2 days.
Go ahead. What do you got?
Sean, usually Khamzat doesn't say much. He's very few with his words. Do you think that you've gotten in his head this week because he's talking a lot today?
Yeah, he thought I
was trying to be
he know me
good. Then
gonna make him run.
Hoard himself out to Cadero, hoard himself out to Jackson.
Why you run to other hotels then? Because if you're not coward, why
I just noticed in the description they put Wednesday. It's Thursday.
Why did they stay same hotel like me?
They fucked
because
up.
You're coward, you run from there. I wait for you in the lobby.
Motherfucker, let me tell you something, motherfucker.
Bitch.
Let me tell you something, you little motherfucker. This is a factual statement.
Shut up, Mao. Shut up.
I told you to meet me at this location when you were in Vegas, and you said, I will quote, this is a misunderstanding.
Shut up.
Don't talk about me running.
Shut up, bitch.
You said that because you didn't have three little fucking friends, pussy. Hey, that's a true story, by the way, guys. That's a true story.
Got his face
He knows it's a true story.
Ladies and gentlemen, the location is Newark, New Jersey, Saturday night, live on Paramount. Hey, Jersey, you ready for some face-offs?
We're going to skip the first face-off, go to the second one, which is crazy. Yeah, they escort them off the stage. We don't need to see the first one. Here we go. This is the end of it, pretty much. But this is just crazy. Watch Khamzat's leg. Watch Khamzat's leg. Watch his right leg. Watch Khamzat's right leg. They cut it out. They edited it to a more zoomed in version. Khamzat just kicks him in the leg, and then Strickland goes right for him too. That's crazy. They cut it out. Damn, Khamzat kicks him in the shin. Strickland checks it a bit. They both get picked up by security and carried out, screaming at each other. Dude, Strickland he's the man. He's gonna win this. So excited. W Strickland. See how much security they have for these two guys? They have 10 people per one person. It's crazy. Yeah, okay. So that's all we're going to go. We're going to go to our comments. I wanted to show you guys that. Fucking awesome. I'm amped for it. Saturday night. You know, if you're a UFC fan, check it out. If you're not a UFC fan, get into it. This is a good week to get into it. This is going to... I don't know. It's either going to be the most boring or electric fight of all time. If Khamzat gets Strickland to the ground and it's a true, like, wrestling fight, it's going to suck. It's going to be boring. If Strickland can stuff some takedowns, it's in for one of the greatest fights possibly in a while. Very excited for it. But we're going to get to our comments. Please remember to like, smash the follow button, leave a comment. We read all the comments at the end of each show. Rate the show 5 stars on Spotify. Follow me on all platforms. Join my Telegram channel and check out our website, autv.shop. autv.shop. But let's get right into the comments. Here we go. Thank you guys for tuning in live and on Spotify.
Thoughts on Chud the Builder?
Okay, so I've talked to Chud briefly in a group chat. I find him, okay, I think he's the equivalent to Gypsy Crusader. You know, obviously different origin stories, they do slightly different things, but it's the same, like, result. They're looking to provoke people to get a reaction for funny content, and Kai Schwemmer actually put a good statement out about this. And, like, I know some people are feeling off about Kai now since he said he's not a groiper, but I still love Kai. I've always liked Kai. And here's what he put out. He goes, I cannot stand based rage bait. Calling people slurs, provoking them for content, and acting antisocial in public isn't cool or based. I want to live in an orderly society, actually, and these kind of childish eruptions don't become less annoying just because you're right-wing. Exactly, and I agree with that statement. It's a very well-put statement. It's like, provoking people into, like, getting upset and then, like, saying, like, oh, you're chimping out. Like, walking around going up to a black person who's not doing anything to you and just calling them the N-word to their face. And then when they get upset about it, saying, oh, they're chimping out. It's like, okay, but it's like if somebody walked up to you and said something extremely offensive to you, or, like, said, like, they're going to rape you or your sister, or, like, you know, something that would really upset you in the way that upsets them, I think it's kind of fucked up. Like, is it funny? Yeah, a little bit. But at the same time, it's not good for us. Like, realistically, what Gypsy and Chud the Builder do holds the movement back slightly. It's sad to say, but it's true. So you can make the argument that it maybe shifts the Overton window a bit by, like, doing something so extreme that when people do less extreme things like me, it seems more normal. But at the same time, I think without that, we could still succeed. And I think it would be better because, like, now you give the ability for somebody like Laura Loomer or Mark Levin or, like, Ben Shapiro or, I don't know, Democrats or, you know, GOP neocon Republicans to use that as ammo against the America First movement. Like, they could be like, oh, look, this is Chud the Builder. He calls himself a groiper and an America First guy. He walks around provoking people and threatening to shoot black people. It's like, okay, that's not going to be good. That's not going to be good for anybody in the end. That is only going to come back to bite us in the ass. So do I find him funny? Sure. But, like, do I think it's a good thing? Not really. That was from the Patrick Bet David account. What the... okay, this can't be Patrick Bet David then. It can't be. Patrick Bet David asked about Chud the Builder, just not happening. Someone goes, love Kai, agree with him 100% here. Exactly. It's like, Kai is... No matter what anyone wants to say about Kai saying he's not a groiper, you cannot say that Kai is not extremely smart, well-spoken, and informed. Kai is all of those things and more. He is very, very good at what he does. He got named the youngest political director for a reason for the college Republicans. He is extremely smart, extremely well put together, extremely well spoken, and he has a great quote that I love. He said someone walked up to him and said, "Oh, that's so based," to something he said, and he said, "It's not enough to be based. You have to be Christ-like." And that's a perfect statement. So W. Kai Schwemmer on that one. Love that statement. And again, people can say whatever they want about him saying he's not a groiper. It's probably just for... It's not like... I'd imagine it's a form of concealing his power level on some level. Like just trying to scale back like his... he went on his mission trip. He's now the head of the college Republicans. He's in an important position, an influential position. And if he has all the same ideology as groypers, but he's not calling himself one, I don't see an issue with that. I'm not in charge of the movement or anything, far from it, but I just fail to see the argument against that there.
Soon enough they won't be giving out hundreds on test, especially to white kids, because the only reason they would get 100 is because of their privilege, and they can't make the other races feel bad. That's not their fault. They can't read or write or do math.
I don't know if that's necessarily coming. I mean, we're probably getting closer to a point where everything's going to be automatically graded by AI without teacher bias at a point. And maybe you can make an argument that the AI would be biased, but I don't know. I think that's just a paranoid thinking a little bit. I get what you're saying, but I don't think that's going to happen.
I just wish we didn't have so many retards that are so blind or pleading ignorance to the very obvious fact that we are being raped and killed in our very own country. It's traitorous to prioritize illegals over your fellow neighbors. Sorry for the long comment. I'm not trying to rape you like some people.
Well, the thing is, Christian writes 5 paragraphs in a row, and you didn't even use a max character count, but I agree with everything you said as well, so it makes it better.
Christian also comments, so your comments aren't considered long at all.
Yeah.
Hantavirus? Is that the one that unvaccinated people are completely unaffected by? Gee, I'm glad I have a mind of my own and a free spirit.
It's actually, here's the crazy thing. Hantavirus is a side effect of COVID. Marjorie Taylor Greene, not of COVID, of the COVID vaccine. Let me see if I can get that pulled up. Might as well, since I'm saying it. Might as well back up my claim. Where was it? Oh, maybe she deleted it. Maybe it was incorrect. I don't know. Maybe not. I don't know. I'm not going to speculate. I'll look later and I'll report on that tomorrow. But she did tweet out earlier that it was one of the side effects of the COVID vaccine, which was really weird. But no, I don't think this is fake. I think it's just really... I think them putting the people back on land probably was intentional, though. But I don't think the disease itself is fake. This has been a disease we've known about. It's not like coronavirus, where it's this was this new thing. This is a disease that we've known about, and we've known that there was a human transferable strain but that it was, extremely rare, and that there was only one specific region that really had that. And I guess someone who traveled to that region was on the boat. But no, this does seem real. 3 people to die in a boat, and it has a 40% mortality rate, they say.
No vaccine for this, I don't believe. I live in Alberta and we can get this from kangaroo mice that hang around granaries, but super rare.
Yeah, I think actually one of the sketchy parts of it is Moderna has been developing a vaccine for this for a while or something, apparently, which can't trust that, really.
Sounds like we have enough evidence to convict Fauci to Canadian courts for high treason. Once our fellow brothers realize voting is fake and gay, of course.
Yeah. All right, let's go on.
You look like all 3 Ed and Eddie characters combined now, face rolling on the floor laughing.
That doesn't sound like a good thing.
The my comments are great thing you said is hilarious, face rolling on the floor laughing. Next paragraph you send. You're getting sent to the camps.
100%.
Also, I literally just saw Rogue type a paragraph, so this seems like a double standard.
No, Christian, the problem is you type 6 paragraphs in a row every night.
Did Rogue really just pull a Christian?
Not really. Rogue's comment is like not even the longest one. All right, almost done with the comments. We got like 10 more.
Wow, I learned this from your show today. Never heard about this before. This and Lone Star Tick not getting lots of coverage and happening one so close to one another makes you think it might be connected.
I don't think they're connected, but the Lone Star Tick is very... Alex Jones did a thing on the Alex Jones Network about that yesterday, actually. Maybe I'll cover it later this week.
For the past 2 months, Trump's been saying stuff like the war is close to over or that it will end in 2 weeks. How dumb does he think we are? Either he thinks we're dumb or his dementia is kicking in.
He's just a boomer. Again, he doesn's have dementia. I hate that stuff like, oh, Trump has dementia. He doesn't. That's obvious. Like, I'm so critical of Trump, I would say it if he did. He doesn't. He's just a boomer, though. Boomers were like, think about, like, how boomers operate. Like, they think they could tell you something and you'll just believe it no matter what because they're, like, older than you and you look up to them. But, like, Trump has lost that aura that he used to have.
I think Fiddle deleted his account cause all of his comments are gone.
Wow. I never even went back and checked.
If another COVID-style pandemic happens again, I am 100% going to invest in Zoom and Google Meets.
It'd be so funny if, like, a different company started up and those two went to shit. No, if I were you, I'd wait till the market hits peak bottom or rock bottom and then just buy, like, T-triple-Q, I think it is. T-triple-Q. Triple leverage the market.
It might end soon, but by the looks of it, probably. All I know is I'm happy we have ruined the regime almost beyond repair. However, I'm starting to question the logic in going in now. I feel Trump is acting illogically.
When you're saying that we ruined the regime beyond repair, how? Like, we killed the Ayatollah and his son is the leader. How is that ruining the regime? The regime is still intact. Like, what are you fucking talking about?
I think you're right about Fiddle thing. I'm no longer following him.
You were following Fidel on Spotify? Like, what kind of shitty music did he listen to?
You look like a raw-eyed out non-tattoo version of Justin Bieber, my fellow cracker. It is based on fear. You mess with the girl that messes with you. Self-explanatory, but women want what they can't get, so be what they can't get or hard to get. Essentially build it, they will come. Philosophy. Build your mind, your soul, your body, your skills. They will all want you. If you make the move first, of course, LOL.
Yeah. Thing is, it's just like, I love working out. I'm one of the people who actually genuinely enjoys it. The problem is my wrist arthritis, like, really fucking hurts when I work out. And I deal with it. I put on my wrist brace, and it's just a fucking nightmare, and it just seems to get worse. And I don't have health insurance, so, going to a rehab doctor for it would be too expensive, so I don't do that. Maybe I'll get health insurance sometime soon. Like, maybe I could buy, I don't know. I could probably afford it now. I don't know. I'd have to check. But, yeah, I haven't had health insurance since I turned 26. And yeah, that's the reason I have the arthritis. I couldn't afford the rehab. Gotta do that.
First of all, Christian, you little bitch. White women don't typically act like chimps in public. And for the rare ones who do, they are also chimps. Remember, Christian, if you chimp out and send a paragraphic where you're going. I never said women are chimps. In fact, I think they are the opposite. However, there are a lot of low-IQ women of all races who act like trash, like this one lady back during COVID who was told to put on a mask, pooped in the store. It was white woman.
She shit in the store? That's disgusting. That's crazy. Yeah, but again, like, that's the exception of the rule, not the rule itself. But yeah.
Also, James, are you an anti-vaxxer?
To be honest, here's my time. I haven't looked into the vaccine, and like, I'm not talking about the COVID vaccine. I'm talking about like all the vaccines in general as a whole, all the vaccines you get. I haven't looked at them enough to like know the actual information, but from the people I know that I trust, I'm against a lot of them. Yeah, a lot of them. Definitely against the COVID one. I heard this, which like really was crazy. The second you're born, they give you the Hep V vaccine, an STD vaccine. They don't even test the mom to see if she has Hep V or Hep B or whatever the fuck it is. They don't even test the mom to see if she has it, because the only way the baby would get it is if like the mom had it, passed it to the baby through birth. But they immediately give it to the baby, and it's like, why? Like, is somebody gonna fucking sexually assault this kid any moment? Like, why? Why are we injecting vaccines to like anti-STD vaccines into children when the mom doesn't even have an STD? Like, I don't know. So I'm sure I'm against a lot of them. I haven't done the research on each and every individual one. So I don't want to I'm sure there's some that are decent. I'm sure there's some that are not. I really just don't know, but I'd imagine I'd be against a lot of them. But I truly just have not looked. So it's the honest answer. Okay, we're going to refresh the page one time, see if any new comments, or if not, okay, that's everything. We're going to sign off for the day. Thank you guys for tuning in. Thanks for being fans of the show. Big shout out to Jerp Sherp, J2, and JT Strongbow. Thank you so much. Big shout out to you guys. Thank you so much for joining to the show. Thanks for being fans of the show. Thanks for watching live. Thanks for watching on Spotify to everyone as well. Please remember to like, smash the follow button, leave a comment. We read all the comments at the end of each show. Rate the show 5 stars on Spotify. Follow on all platforms. Join the Telegram. And check out our website, autv.shop. Let me pull it up for you guys. autv.shop. Get all of your America Unfiltered goods. autv.shop. And I said scan the QR code. Didn't even have it on the screen. But there you guys go. autv.shop. Scan the QR code. Get in the Telegram. Stay updated on all things America Unfiltered. But thank you guys. And I'll see you guys again tomorrow on Friday. Hope you guys do have a blessed day and a blessed night. The America you once knew is dead. Forget everything you thought you knew. You have been lied to. Used. Turned into a machine whose only use is repeating political talking points that do not serve you. Voting for politicians that don't care about you and promoting division in a nation that needs unity. America is an empire, and like all other empires, it rose and inevitably will fall. Most people assume America will last forever, but there is no evidence to support that thought. There is evidence to show that the chance of us surviving is a lot slimmer than the chance of us existing for another 250 years. Your mind is broken. Andrew Tate famously said when asked about the easiest way to accomplish physical goals. He said this to convey the truth that anything that is valuable is difficult to achieve, but worth it. The mind of America is broken. The older generations have turned selfish, the younger generations feel contempt, the middle generations are lost, and the middle class has disappeared. $100,000 a year was once a respectable salary, a goal for most. Now it is not enough to qualify for a mortgage. Boomers have made home prices so unaffordable that Gen Z has stopped even thinking about it as an obtainable goal. Blackstone and other private equity companies have been investing in the single-family home market for years now, and we are starting to see the impacts of this in our country. Rents and mortgages have skyrocketed, which has halted home sales. The actions of the boomers and the private equity companies has left an entire generation behind. Older generations don't understand our generation at all. They think we don't work and don't study like them because we are lazy. When in reality, our school systems are harder and less rewarding than ever before, and working accomplishes nothing more than survival for most. My grandfather bought his first house for the equivalent of 10 chickens. He worked barely minimum wage and was able to provide for himself, my grandmother, and 3 children. Over time, he made more and became more successful, but his path to success would be impossible in today's day and age. If you worked minimum wage today for 40 hours a week, that would be $290 a week before tax, $1,160 a month, or a little less than $14,000 a year. If that was your salary today, you would be homeless and relying on government benefits to survive. If you save 20% of each paycheck to save for a home, it would take you over 10 years to save up for a down payment, and you wouldn't even get accepted for a mortgage. The idea of owning a home and raising a family in it is the real American dream, and it is dead. Your average high schooler will be told 1,000 times before graduation that if they do not get into a good college and get good grades, that their life will be impossible. We send our youth to universities across America, and the kids who choose to not go seem to be far ahead of the students in life. There are about 5 college majors that are worth it and have a solid return on your investment. And when you look at the most popular college majors, they are some of the least profitable majors with little to no job opportunities. Another stat is that over 50% of people end up getting a job in a field they didn't even study for. So people are taking out student loans with incredibly high interest rates to end up not even using their degrees. 90% of the degrees are essentially worthless, and with the looming threat of AI, robotics, and labor shortages, the other 10% could be on the chopping block soon. This is our reality. We are a generation completely left behind, stripped of our futures before they even start, forced to work to survive but never thrive. The boomer mind cannot comprehend why our minds are the way they are. They can't understand why we feel contempt. They grew up in a world where you meet someone in your town, married them, bought a home, and started a family. For us, we try and meet girls on dating apps and social media, but unless you're 6'5" or crypto rich, you're probably not dating much because social media and access to dating worldwide has ruined it for everybody. Your average man stands little to no chance. How does an average office worker who goes to his local bar on the weekends compete with Saudi oil kings and offers to fly girls out to yachts every month in Miami? He doesn't stand a chance, and even if he does find a woman, most men I know have completely given up on the idea of finding a wife because dating has just become a humiliation ritual for them. Women want men to act like men but refuse to act like women. They expect a man to lead but are unwilling to follow. We live in the most sexualized generation to ever live. Kids are first seeing pornography at about 10 years old and having sex by 14. Women are taught that modesty is prison and sexual promiscuity is freedom. The feminist movement created figures like Bonnie Blue and started the rise in OnlyFans. And a woman will try and gaslight a man into thinking her posting her bare ass cheeks on Instagram is normal. This has made dating a humiliation ritual. Women once respected themselves, but now they choose to keep their private parts in public. Women now sexualize themselves for money and complain about how sexualized they are. Women are a massive part of the problem. The female mind was not meant to lead. Females are trying to girl boss their way through life instead of finding a man to lead, protect, and provide. This has led to the collapse of marriage and birth rates. Men don't want to settle. Being a woman is easy. You have value just for existing. Even a fat woman will get attention from black guys. Most men don't have that. You need to earn your value as a man through work and determination. And no man of value wants to settle for some girl boss who has had sex with over a dozen guys she doesn't even know. For men, you work and save with the idea of having what your ancestors had before you, only to realize that it is not an obtainable goal anymore. You won't find a woman like your grandma because they don't exist anymore. Your grandma was taught recipes and modesty by her mother. Your girlfriend was taught how to cheat and not get caught by call her daddy. The generational divide is incomprehensible for older generations. They assume things are more or less similar to how they experience it and don't care to learn about the challenges our generation has faced. If you are a 26-year-old like me, you have been alive for 9/11, the housing crash, the Patriot Act, COVID, war on terror, rise in social media, AI, processed foods, rise in microplastic use, school shootings multiple times a year, and cancel culture. This is a difficult stretch of time to grow up in and still have faith in the country. My generation has been put under a microscope. Every action you take is recorded forever. Our devices track us, the companies sell the data, and our private lives have become all too public. Little about your mind is organic like previous generations. Our minds are altered by subliminal messaging pushed to propaganda one TikTok at a time. The reason you think the way you do is the outcome of thousands of hours of social conditioning from social media algorithms designed to turn you into a slave to the system. Vote Democrat, vote Republican, no kings, abortion is healthcare. This is the mind of a slave, the mind of someone without the ability to create thoughts for themselves. When you lose the ability to think for yourself, that is the start of your own demise. Free your mind, create the realities they talk about, don't live in theirs. Don't be a slave to the system, hack it, manipulate it in your favor. We can't snap our fingers and change the world we live in, but we can take control of it, dismantle it, and create a system that fights for us, not for them.